us for the 104th episode of Candid Conversations. Now, I got to shout out PN for giving me the idea for the show because, you know what I mean, that was one of the conversations we had that led to this manifestation. But since the conception of me just talking to myself for about a half an hour to an hour based on topics I've seen on my timeline, we have met some interesting and wonderful people along the way. We got history here. We got history here because like we go back a ways with Miss Alicia here, weaving their heirloom.
Yes, weaving our heirloom.
There we go.
And
got it right there. All right. And then we have new friends like Tanya.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yes, respect.
Yes. Bless up. I mean, like, you have I've met people through both of you, and like now I'm here with the two of you having conversations 2 years after starting this concept. And I want to thank y'all for being a part of this before we dive into anything any further, because it's just, I never knew that I would get to this point, and we still have a ways to go. But totally. I mean, it is definitely an interesting set of situations. Now, T. Fanny is here as well.
Yes.
What up? I saw you vibing on the way out. Just kind of.
That's funny.
Oh man, loving the positive vibes. And as we can see, like at this rate so far, like the female presence in the media is very prevalent. Prevalent. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to add Anto.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yes. I'm good. Pleasure. And congrats. That's the big thing. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Now I gotta share this link as we mix it up, but so I'm not entirely outnumbered, and because you know what, I appreciate the wit that goes into creating a name, and I mean this one right here is one that is interesting for sure. Mindbender.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes. Holla.
Yes.
What's up? Yes.
Fam right there, fam.
All right.
Yo, love is the greatest mind bender. So I'll put it like that.
Yes, that is good.
Blessings to all.
I'm gonna give him a second because he's otherwise engaged right now, but I could pull him in because he's ready at any time.
Anytime.
What up?
How y'all doing? How you doing, kings and queens? How y'all doing? It's a pleasure to be on here. Pleasure.
Yeah, well, this is blessed. Okay, so y'all bear with me because I have to, you know what I mean, monitor a few things as we go along. But this special edition of Candid Conversations is focused on Black August. So
yes,
we were to have someone on, but I want to go back because like oh man, here, I'm going to put myself under the bus here. Just don't run me over because we're at the depot still. There's more to the conception of this month of emancipation than I am currently educated in speaking on comfortably.
Ooh.
So before I say something out of conjecture and get fact checked on my own show, I'm going to leave this in the hands of those who are more knowledgeable in these realms of life, because I look at the origin of things, but I've realized from looking at the origin of things, being original is the best way to be. So we have a mixture of minds in here. Let us converse on these concepts and see, you know, what common ground we can establish.
Hey, well, I mean, I'm definitely not going to lead it. I just want to throw in this idea that, hey, we are Africans in the diaspora, solving our solutions on ourselves of the greatest human rights tragedy that happened in the last 100,000 years of human history. So we are always constantly learning and relearning. Even our grandparents, our parents, they're always learning stories. So there is nobody that knows everything about Black liberation and emancipation. So like, just yo, it's all good.
Endless
it's all
struggle.
Good. Endless struggle, endless learning.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also endless celebration too. Let us celebrate each step of our ancestors.
True.
You know, much of them probably couldn't even imagine Obama, but now we've had Obama, and we're like, all right, well, what's the next higher level? Let's get a black woman in there. Let's get some black prime ministers and premiers in Canada is what I want. Like, yo, so Toronto is not the multicultural city of the world until we have a black, South Asian, or Asian mayor. Here, I don't. Yo, one that.
Facts. All facts.
True.
Oh man.
Preach.
Yeah. And
preferably a black mayor, but yo.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But just
we got all night. We got all good, man.
We got time.
Yeah, we got time. That's it.
We got time.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so, oh man, we just going right there. So I see it, and like, okay, for example, there's all kinds of things where it's just like, how can you determine things? Okay, I want to talk about this. It's like, it's almost like, as a black person, there's certain things we have to do to maintain our blackness.
Amen. Yep.
And it's like, I'll tell you right now, at 285, I am not the most athletic, but I am the size of most athletes. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
You pretty big, man. You know, I can second that. You know why too. You
know what I mean? Yeah.
Put you on the edge or something. Come off.
Yeah. I'm telling you, like. And don't get me wrong, like, I still want to do athletic things, but I just don't think that's I don't think that's my thing, you know? It's just I tried it for a bit.
You know why I'm laughing too.
That's funny.
Would you get hit too hard or something, dude?
I think I might have hit a couple people too hard.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? No, when they found out that I was good, like, they didn't think I was good. They found out I was good. Then they put me on the field for the whole game. And I got tired. So I hit someone. That's how it go, though. Yeah.
You're the best of the best. You don't lead a field. That's what it is.
Exactly, bro. And I was just like, wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't sign up for this shit. I'm peeling equipment off of me just like, And then after I got hit by a car, I was like, I would have rather played football. Fuck.
Absolutely. It don't hurt that hard, do it.
It don't hurt that hard.
I didn't get. Listen, I didn't play football and been hit, but I didn't got punched. And I'm gonna tell you right now, a punch to the face.
That'll change anybody's game plan. That'll change anybody's game plan. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's wild. It's so wild. But yeah, I don't know. And then like, okay, arts and entertainment. Yeah. Even then. Okay, so we got to get a performance in.
Yes.
We got to get a performance in.
This is what I'm rolling up for.
Yeah, okay, so
I ain't smoking until she performs.
Y'all have been hearing me for the last 104 weeks. Let's hear this wonderful lady and her vocals and her lyrics.
Let's go.
Start anytime you're ready.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you so much, guys.
Yes.
Complicated names. Yeah, I go by T Fanny because my mom spelled my name really messed up. For Tiffany is my real name. So the only difference really in T Fanny and Tiffany is that like my name is, instead of TEA, it's TIF, but everything else is the same. So thanks, Mom.
Nice. Big up to the mom.
Right? Big up to the moms. Like, big up. All right. I just gonna do 2 quick songs for you guys. The first one's called Token because I realized in my adult life that I was kind of a bully to my brother, who is very, very light skinned. And when I realized like how toxic and how bad that was, I felt like crap about it, obviously. So I wrote a song about it. It's called Token. Shout out to LeVar on the beat.
Way to shout out the producer. Not everybody does that.
Pardon?
Said way to shout out the producer. Not everybody does that.
Always, man. The producer is like half the reason why the song's lit.
You see it.
Yeah.
Has to every time, of course.
Not your voice. It's not working.
This is a phone call conversation I ripped at the beginning from a conversation that my brother and I had about this song.
Nice.
All right. I'm the token.
Yeah.
Yeah. They want to be my friend, but they joking. They want to be my friend, but they joking. Yeah, they want to be my friend, but they joking. I'm the token. They scared to piss me off, but they poking. They scared to piss me off, but they poking, huh? Yeah, they scared to piss me off, but they poking, huh? I'm the token. They wanna be my friend, but they joking. They scared to piss me off, but they poking. I think I'm missing something, let it soak in. First thing when I wake up in the morning, y'all stretch my ass out while I'm moaning. Check myself out in the mirror, no gloating. But I'm the flyest brother, no voting. When I get to school, I'm rowing. And now that's Nana, I'm the token. I got that juice, that Tupac holding. Even though my skin was real golden, I believed everything that they sold when history in them schools so full, man. Just a touch of melanin, but it's glowing. That's why I got kicked down by those 4 men. But I rise to the top like a foreman. Switch skids, fed off, now it's warm, man. I mean, it's all up, but it's time to get my goat in. All love, but it's time to get my goat in. Why you assume I play ball? I do though. Why you assume my name's Jamal? It is though. Why don't you assume I'm running town hall? Why don't you assume I'm owning them malls? Why you assume I play ball? I do though. Why you assume my name's Jamal? Why don't you assume I'm running town hall? Why don't you assume I'm owning them malls? Cause I'm the token. Yeah, they wanna be my friend, but they joking. They wanna be my friend, but they joking. They say they wanna be my friend, but they joking. I'm the token. Yeah, they scared to piss me off, but they poking. They scared to piss me off, but they poking. They say they scared to piss me off, they still poking. I'm the token. They wanna be my friend, but I'm joking. They scared to piss me off, but they poking. I think I'm missing something, let it soak in. Yeah.
What? Nice.
Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I wrote that in the perspective of my brother because, like I said, he's light with green eyes. I was mad jealous. Like, why you get the green eyes and we have the same parents? Like,
oh man,
the token. That's why.
Okay, yeah. So I'll do just one more for you guys. This one's called Poppin'.
Nice.
Hey, that's my favorite. The melanin's popping, yo.
Shout out LeVar on the beat again. Both these beats are LeVar. I'm choosing.
Shout out LeVar. Good guy.
Shout out LeVar. I think it might be peaking. Hold on one sec. Let me turn it down.
My favorite shit too.
All right, you guys can hear it okay?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right. Yeah. Black, tell me what comes to your mind. I look around and I'll tell you what I find. You know that black cat is bad luck. And black is the bags and the garbage trucks. You know dirt is the bottom, it's gross, don't lay in it. And mama kick your butt if you play in it. But that dirt grow the earth, that's why we stay in it. Change your perception, cause I am not okay with it. Internet, God is screaming, hey, listen to me. Change your world, televised, revolutionary. When I say bam, it's by any means necessary. Yeah, Black Panther path legendary. Now it's good to have that black card status. It means you're living life kind of lavish. I'm glad I got that black girl magic. Cause anything I want, I can have it. Now how we gonna evolve as a people if we don't see each other as all equal? Melanin popping, melanin popping, melanin popping, melanin popping. Now how we gonna evolve as a people if we don't see each other as all equal? Melanin popping, melanin popping, melanin popping, melanin popping. Light skin, dark skin, all got melanin, shades all popping. So why the hell we talking bad about our own? We own that throne, got thrown down that road, now we own our own homes. What she mixed with it though. Yo, what's in them? They look different. Dad had a mistress, I dismiss this on the new tip. If you say your light-skinned person don't know your troubles, you're sadly mistaken. I'm Miss Token, put the hole in. Whatever story you're trying to spin now, I'm trying to win now. Out of all the people in your balloon, I got the pin how. Got no clue, you a mystery. 23 of me, go find your history. Moors and indigenous, yeah, those are synonyms. Sit and think about a real G in this bitch. Yeah, that's 100 legit. You gotta look from within. Yeah, my third eye ain't blind again. You got a little dominant gene, and they still see you as black. You in your feels talking to me, then you just go turn your back. We sisters from another mister, so I had to rap. We scriptures are something unwritten. How dare you strip me of that? Now how we gonna evolve as a people if we don't see each other as all equal? Melanin popping, popping, melanin popping, melanin popping, popping, melanin popping. Now how we gonna evolve as a people if we don't see each other as all equal? Melanin popping, popping, melanin popping, melanin popping, popping, melanin popping.
Okay.
That one's my favorite. I love it.
Thank you guys so much.
Okay.
Thank you for even accommodating me. I'm so sorry that I have to do it and dip, but I definitely gonna catch the rest of this on YouTube. As soon as I land.
Melanin is definitely popping.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for real.
Melanin is definitely popping.
For real. You know.
Thank you guys so much. Melanin. Nice. Shout out Haiku. I see them all in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Shout out Haiku on the game. Shout out to the Haiku.
Yeah.
That's game. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
We love you too. Appreciate you.
What's going on,
Thank you.
Yes, big up. Thank you, T.
Look out for T Fatty August 7th.
Yes, I'll be in Ontario. Me and Cotrizi sharing a stage actually.
Nice. Wow. It's alignment. It's about the alignment. I'm telling you.
Because we didn't even plan this. I promise.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's it.
Right.
The alignment.
Most high alignment. Amen.
That's it. God's plan.
Is there anyone you wanted to shout out before you head out?
No, just Haiku, Cotrizi.
Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that.
All right.
That's it.
Cool.
All right.
I'll see you Friday.
Yes. Okay. Yes, bye, you guys.
Bye.
You guys have a proper discussion.
Yes.
You done know. You done know.
Bye.
Bye.
Right. You just got to hit the leave at the top of the screen.
There she goes.
All right. Now we've brought a few people in together. Let's just pop it back onto here. We're gonna go with the multi-screen here. I like the way that just rolls out. All right. Yeah, I mean, these t-shirts behind me even have come from different people that I've worked with along the way. Gotta shout out Lushi Bantan. He's gonna be in the show later on tonight. So here's a question, and this is one question that I figured I would ask because it's an interesting. I want to hear the different perspectives on it. What does it mean to be black?
Ooh, nice.
I'm gonna like that one to this question right now.
I just want to know because
what comes to my mind is to be awake and aware.
Amen.
Okay. All right.
And to give gratitude.
Okay.
And futurism. That's what I think of.
When I think about, I think my first come to mind is organic. First, the universe. That's what I feel like. That's the meaning of being black. It's organic.
Foundation.
It's the original. Yeah.
Foundation.
Royalty. Anisha says.
Shout out. That's how cool. Shout out, Anisha.
When I think of blackness these days, to define blackness for me, it has become it's the ultimate human, but not. I don't want to make it. It's this weird paradox of being superhuman, because the black physical human experience is not only the most worst of the worst physical experiences of slavery, but also we have Usain Bolt and Venus Williams and the most positive, powerful expressions of humanity are also in the black human spectrum. So Andre
DeGrasse.
Yep. Yep.
Andre DeGrasse, exactly. Shout out his goal. He just got. But and the other part of that is making sure that whatever blackness is not defined by people who are not black.
True.
Whatever we say blackness is, it is. We are nerds. We are beautiful. We're athletes. We're geniuses. We're whatever. We are not what white people say they are. That's my blackness in this generation, in my time.
It's not just what white people say.
I meant everybody. That's right.
Yeah, there is a little bit of
what black people say.
Wait, I'm not putting you on the spot, but I'm going to introduce you to this conversation. There is a bit of Indo and Asian conflict with black people as well.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
China's fucking up Africa right now. Yep. More than ever.
We hear about the black and white conflict, but we don't.
They own Jamaica. They own Jamaica.
Yeah, we got. Speaking of Jamaicans,
I'm Jamaican. Yeah, they own it. They own the entire.
Oh no, I can't do it with the echo. The echo's gonna kill it. What's good, fam? All right.
The echo must die.
Yeah. Can you reload the page when you stop somewhere?
I was gonna say he sounds like police. Just joking.
Okay.
I could turn my volume down if that's what it is.
Yeah.
It seems like it's gone.
I think it's gone. Yeah, I think it was the
volume.
volume.
It's gone. It's gone.
Oh, thank God.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Better.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, can still kind of hear it in the back a little bit. Either way, LG, what's going on with you?
I'm doing great, man. Just out trying to make a buck while I listen to you guys discuss some really, really good. Just really listening before I could add in, honestly.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. You know me. I like to throw you into the pool.
Not the greatest swimmer, but let's go.
All right. So I was just asking, what does it mean to be black?
Man, that's a good question. That's a very good question. There's well, my experience and my layers of what it means to be black is to learn how to practice being good without following what the Bible says, without following what others may think good is. The God in you needs to be on the street with you, needs to be everywhere with you if you're going to practice that. So being black, I've kind of converted that to just, I take the color off and just be a good person. Because I can't practice my color anymore since there's so many examples of it being bad. I can't practice my color anymore. So no matter how much good I do, there might be one person who goes, oh, he was black? Oh, okay. When really as black people, I hope we get over that stereotype and it just becomes, who did that? Okay, his name was so-and-so. And it might not matter no more about the color. What it is to be black in Canada, you stomach a lot of shit. And if you're the type to have revenge, then that's just a typical black man or typical man.
Okay.
And we've seen where those stories go 1,000 times.
Yes.
We don't need to regurgitate that black history. We need to make new stories and new successes.
Yeah, for sure.
If you don't mind, I interject.
Please.
I'm a mother of a black boy, and it's my duty to share the stories of all the storytellers, of the artists, the entertainers, and there are so many reflections of society that I organically have gathered throughout my life, from the Martin Luther King to, Nelson Mandela, there are the forefront of a society always pushing the envelope for change. Barack Obama is recent, but it was on top of the ancestors' shoulders that he was able to do what he has done. And I believe that my son from the Caribbean to America to Canada will have to understand all that has led to this. It is not just one section of the world. It's not one section of time that has allowed him to be who he is in this form, in this time. And he has to advance the lineage of his ancestors. And that is the duty of all of us, no matter what race we're from. But the authenticity of where he's come from is definitely strength and heroism.
Yeah.
That's dope.
You gotta be able to look at that side, because it's like, again, a lot of, and I took umbrage with the way they spoke about it in my daughter's school. I said, if you're going to teach about Black history, you're going to have to teach more than slavery. Like, why are you starting their education about their history with slavery? I said, did Black people start as slaves? Is that where history began for us? Was that?
That's where it was taught. I mean, even me being an American in that education system and coming to Canada, that's all I remember. What they taught us, they forced it down. The first basics were, okay. They didn't want to do Malcolm X because he was a little bit too, revolutionary. So nice, they do the kind, the Martin Luther Kings, the Harriet Tubman, and the George Washington Carvers, the guys who invented something, and then they were all slaves, but they cut off Africa. They cut off our royalty, they cut off our knowledge, they cut off our foundation, and they cut off that royalty that I said it first, that we as society, as Black men and Black women, needed to have as kids to understand. I remember I talked about this I remember feeling inferior to white people as a child, just because of the education that I was fed. Oh, okay. I mean, and then you go to, like my king said earlier, the Bible. When you go, I went to a private white school. Guess where all the characters are? All white. They're showing it to you in animation, in cartoons, even. So we grew up thinking that not only am I just a slave, I'm not even close to God, when it's completely opposite.
That's the recolonization process that has happened to this generation, that even myself, the imagination comes from the decolonization of the mind. And as we believe where we want to go, who we are, where we've come from, it's really our self-identity and coming towards an understanding of, where do we want to go? Who are we?
Is this what you touch base on in your article that's on page
5?
Page 5 of this month's Culture Shock, issue 11?
Yes, sir.
Shameless plug. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. We're just getting real serious for a minute, so I want to give the viewers a little bit of time to, touch base with what's going on. So we have artists, we have advocates, we have activists. We got, okay, let me tap in with Elle for a minute. Okay. We got man, we got a whole bunch of people on the go right now. Are you stopped yet, sir? Elle? Lonzy G? I'm not sure if he froze. He might have froze.
He froze.
It looks like it froze, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna dish and do that. And when he pops back in, we'll see what's going on. Yeah, he froze, definitely. So, I mean, I never really thought myself to be able to fit up. Like, it's almost like I intentionally defied everything that was determined as black to illustrate that I was still a person of color, regardless of what cultural conduct I was conducting. You know what I mean? It's like I can make a okay, forgive me. Like I like to cook. You know what I mean? So I'll use this analogy. I can make ackee and saltfish just as well as I can make a stir fry, just as well as I can make a lasagna, just as well as I can make, you know what I mean, a meatloaf kind of thing. And I find it's a diversification of culture that makes me better as a black person, because it's like, okay, this is true to my nature. This isn't true to my nature. This feels comfortable with me. I can adapt to this. And I feel like we have to be able to adapt. But that's like a life skill. It's like, it's almost like whatever they throw at us, we have to be able to, you know what I mean, navigate or avoid. Like I was saying in football, like with the car accident, I couldn't avoid it. In football, I don't feel like getting hit by that guy. Whoops. You know what I mean? Kind of slide out the way. But we got a comment here. Growing up, I was taught that I'm royalty. My grandparents were history teachers, so they made sure we knew our roots. They didn't even talk about slavery. See what I'm talking about? And
interesting.
I was raised in a similar way. My aunt's a teacher. I have like aunties that were in high school while I was growing up, and I didn't really learn inferiority until later on. And even then, it was just like, well, wait, why should I be inferior?
See, I was completely opposite. I had both sides. Like I had my mom was, involved in education at one point. My dad's side, my aunts were all, one was a principal, one was and they never taught us any of this stuff. It was more like finance and make sure you get a job and move out the house, things like that. But when it came to slavery and royalty, yeah, I remember literally not knowing. I thought it was a whole different like race as opposed to actually my blood. And I didn't know that until I got on my own. And then that's when I became angry as all hell. Because of what I went through. I'm like, what in the hell did you just teach me? This is why I'm going around with my mental, instabilities and stuff like that.
Me too.
Yo, I had a shout out my Jamaican grandfather. He was a man who just loved sayings. And even though there was some family members that were really Christian, he didn't make all his Jamaican children Christian. And my mom grew up Rasta, but my aunt was a Pentecostal Christian. So I didn't get raised under this inferiority complex that Christianity often silently or openly gives black people. Be like, there's no black Jesus, you people, whatever. You're just lucky to even show up in our white churches, kind of thing. So I just,
please.
Yeah. I just wanted to say two sayings that I think really apply perfectly to Black history is one, the hunter, the lion will never ever write its own history. History is written by the hunters and the killers. And then two, the enslaver will never ever give the enslaved the tools for their own liberation. So we have to keep teaching ourselves, and we have to free ourselves. White people, whatever, we've all been brought here and then just kind of left here. It's like, okay, slavery isn't physical anymore, but it's economic, it's social, it's psychological, which in some ways are worse. And it's just like, we have to literally pick ourselves up by the bootstraps, free us, free our generations, free our children, people with children, and just figure out, like, do we want to stay here and try to live here, or do we want to go back home to Jamaica or Africa or like less racist, less white supremacist places? There's no real answer for everybody. We're literally in like a 500-600 year problem with no single solution. So
the diaspora, the historical energy is so heavy. The consciousness energy of the diaspora. I'm talking also about the Indian diaspora. It's so heavy to navigate on your own. I'm not sure if you can do it alone. It's so much trauma. It's so much violence, even on our homeland. Even though we were, removed from it, there's still so much violence and trauma even afterwards.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And the problem is, a lot of it's within ourselves. Okay. But we have another guest here. Let's get him talking. DeWitt Lee the third.
DeWitt Lee. What? DeWitt. Yes.
The first black mayor of Toronto.
Yes. Big up.
Well, second.
Mr. Emancipation for the dot. What?
We're not hearing you though, brother.
Do it.
Check the.
You're muted.
You're muted. You need to check the settings under the window and set it to default. Or if it's set to default, like you, because I don't see your microphone here.
Oh no.
Man. No, still can't hear you, brother.
Oh wow.
They always trying to silence our leaders.
I know, right?
I'm telling you. Like go to the settings.
And he'd be bringing some knowledge.
Yes, I had questions I wanted to ask him. If you go to the settings gear and click, you're there. Check the audio input and change it to like internal microphone. No, that's the camera. Still can't hear him.
Damn.
Yeah, this is an unfortunate situation. Oh man, I don't even know what to say. At this moment, I'd say like reload the page.
I was gonna say reload, come back and reload.
Yeah, try reloading the page. Because, I mean, just with just the presence I felt as he came into the room, like this guy, I mean, he's dressed the part right now, you know what I mean? And he had a stoic look about him, like, okay, we're going to introduce
DeWitt is the mayor. He is the mayor of Toronto, straight up.
Black mayor.
Emancipation flag flown and City Hall, Toronto is because of that man. Straight up.
Okay.
So Yo, I have a little verse that I it's very much about this topic. At some point in time, I would like to perform it, if that's okay. It's like $16.
Let's go to it now.
Let's do it.
Let's do it right now. So we got Mindbender about to drop some bars right here. So
let's get it.
Okay.
Let's get it.
I gotta get my brother Tupac. I got Tupac over my shoulder. Hold on. There he is.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
All right. So this verse is on a song that I put out last summer, and it's online. It's called "Speak Deeper." Sorry, it's called "Speak Deeper." Let me get it right. I'm not gonna do it with the beat, but shout out to Sci-Hi the Prince. He produced it, and the lyrics go like this. The N-word, I never use it. Fuck self-destruction, I love self-improvement. Make men ascend to the level of molecular revolution. Songs so intense, it's 8/10 electrocution. Fiery flows I write, put your soul on ice like an Eldritch shooting. Burn Hollywood, burn while black stars shining in white supremacist movies. Few books and statues, they never celebrate the rebel humans. I bet you didn't get the news of Nat Turner's execution. Teachers oppression students and the poor get separate schooling. Rich people don't want us to know how nuclear a weapon the truth is. Family and friends are slaves and agents in a matrix with 10 illusions. Let's get free like dead prez. And when Talib Kweli says do better, you better do it. Why do you hate yourself and other blessed melanin humans? Never beg to enter white devil's heaven. A sin in God, winning got us forever losing. I feel like Malcolm X if he made sexy music.
What?
Okay.
Big up, fam.
Yeah, it's very lyrical and passionate, but it's online. It's called Speak Deeper. Free to weak people from Preach Devo. Mind Bender Supreme. I'm out there trying to just liberate our minds and souls. Thank you for listening.
Yes,
Appreciate
fam.
that, King. Appreciate that,
I'm
King.
blessed. Yes.
Love and
I just want
respect.
to spit one little verse on my birthday, so that felt good. Thank you for
Happy
being
Earth
my birthday
Happy,
Strong.
audience.
happy, happy
Happy
born
Earth
day.
Strong.
Happy born
Happy
day.
Happy Earth Strong,
birthday.
King.
Yeah.
Happy Earth
Blessed
Strong,
Earth
King. For
Strong.
sure.
That's it.
And the last thing is, it just feels really good to have a birthday right so close to August 1st, Emancipation Day. So every year, Black Liberation Forever, Emancipation Crew. If we don't get DeWitt back, like just hail up
Yeah, I know.
Emancipation every damn summer.
Yeah, definite. All right.
I love it.
So let's pop it back to the multi-screen. Yeah, that was some bars. I'm just
Bars.
sitting here like, it's like I feel like Malcolm X if he made sexy music. I'm just like,
Yeah, man. You
yeah.
getting me
Dog,
chills.
when-
Made me want to spit something. Golly.
Yo, man, I was that when I made that line, I was very happy because actually I wanted to tell you, I really had to say this now. You don't worry. There's none of us that is as 100% perfect human being. And I wanted to bring up Malcolm because I don't know. Some people know, some people don't. But Malcolm was worried too about his masculinity. So when he was young, he got into boxing twice, and Malcolm got his ass whipped at boxing. And Malcolm was like, no, I'm not an athlete. I'm not an athlete. I'm a speaker. I'm a writer. So Malcolm got his ass like knocked out hardcore. So don't worry if you can't shoot a basketball. You're still Black.
It's fun. You know what? It's funny because I didn't believe I could, but last year I got a chance. I hit rim, but I got a chance to shoot from half court, and I actually hit the rim. I've been the closest since that shot. No one else has gotten closer than me. So I guess in some ways it's in me. But it sounds like we have sound from Mr. DeWitt Lee at this juncture.
DeWitt, is he there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes,
there
respect.
All
Mr.
right.
Sound of the mayor.
416.
Salute, salute, everyone. Salute. Happy Emancipation Month. Thank you for this forum. I'll join the conversation. Absolutely. Listen, I want to just thank y'all for that greeting too, man. I haven't felt that kind of T-Dot love in a long time. A long time, man. And I need that. And if we just spend time just with each other, celebrating each other, recognizing each other, that's part of the solution.
Yes.
That's part of it.
Amen.
I love hearing that because you know what? I'm looking for any reason to celebrate with my people. And like August 21st, we're having a cookout and we're having it in Welland, and it's gonna be
that vegan food for your boy.
Yeah, we got a special hibachi just for you.
I appreciate that.
no one's touching that. That's for the vegan. I literally real talk, like I called in a favor. I shout outs to the vegan hippie chick, you know what I mean? I called up them and I was just like, okay, I have no idea what to do for food for this gentleman that's coming down. She's like, don't worry, I got you. And she's gonna whip something together and I'm just gonna have to prepare it. So you know what I mean? I only interjected with the barbecue because I wanted to extend an invitation to you if you are in the general area of Niagara. Mr.
Live
Lee.
at the barbecue. Live at the barbecue.
Can you come across the border? Do it.
I have come across the border. I have, and I will be.
Nice.
I will, and
nice.
Absolutely. So, the core team business and all of that is lightening up. Just in time for me to be able to, touch the soil, Canadian soil, and really reconnect. I'm so grateful for the many people who have rallied around Emancipation Month for the past 6 years. That's 6 years. You gotta understand, it's like, taking something that is in your heart, inside your spirit and your soul. You don't know how to communicate it, and you don't know where to communicate it, but you just give it your all, and you just turn it over to God. And this is where we are, and this is why I'll always be identified as the co-founder of Emancipation Month, because God is taking this thing to heights, my brothers and sisters. And as Black Canadians, I want us to understand what Emancipation Month represents. It represents an opportunity to gift to the world a contribution of our generation. All right. Emancipation Month is a product of African Canadians. It was first celebrated in Canada, and essentially the curriculum that we're building, the infrastructure that we're building around this month is going to be the playbook for emancipation for our people across the world. And it's a bridge. And it's a bridge so that we don't operate in these silos. And that we don't just, pop up over here and pop up over there, but we realize the value of coming together and working together and learning together and reasoning together and rebuking one another and strengthening one another. I mean, there's things that we don't do in our community that we have to have in order to be the best us.
True.
And those are things that there's no oppressing, there's no white colonizing in the world that can interfere with our own self-development. So I just want to start like that.
True.
That is very passionately said.
Yes.
Thank
you for preaching.
I feel my fire reignited. Yes.
Do it. You always bring it there. You always bring it there.
Let the fire burn. And
the blessings.
I'm gonna let the fire burn.
Mind bender.
Yes.
Don't let me go too far on these things.
Yes.
King, man. Every time, man. Ma'am, I see you in City Hall. I think that was one of the last times I seen you, and it's so good to see you alive and strong, brother. Like, don't take one step off the direction you're going. The world needs you on the path you're on, and other people are afraid of you and trying to keep power from you. And just keep doing you, man. Like, you deserve so much, so much.
Yo, listen, there's a quote from Frederick Douglass that I use all the time, and it says, "Me plus God is a majority." Okay.
True.
Me plus God makes a majority. So it ain't me that they scared of, brother. It ain't me. It's the submitted life that I live that terrifies them, bro. But listen, we're powerful people, man. And I heard a comment. I believe it was you that said that, let's call them I call them monsters, but the plantation owners, right? I just call them monsters because you're just a monster. You're not human. Like you try to degrade my people who have the greatest faith and the greatest grit and the greatest dignity, but you're the monster. So I call them monsters. But the plantation owners, man, of the past, they did give us something, and it was the spirituality that is celebrated in Ethiopia. You gotta understand, man. This Bible business, it got into the hands of these oppressors, and they used it for evil.
Amen. Talk about it. Talk about it.
Evil, but look, everything the devil does, he does it with God.
Yeah.
Everything tries to mimic God. So this is him trying to mimic God.
Hard talks. Let's go there, though. This is why we're here.
This is the time for Pan-African spirituality. So what I'm saying is they gave us the chain breaker. They gave us access to the chain breaker. And here's what happened. They gave it to us. We had nothing but that. And all we did was praise him and worship him for 400 years. With no sin. You gotta know who our ancestors are. Holy people walking the face of the earth. All they did was worship God, praise God, do what they said, how they interpret the Bible, honored him by honoring others, and we just served. And look, we as people right now. And the reason why we branded with this skin is so that no matter where you are, when you see one of us, you're supposed to know that's somebody that can pray for you. You're supposed to know that's somebody that can help you. Yo, that's help. That's help. You know what I mean? Nobody knows love like us. Listen, after emancipation happened, what did we do? We didn't try to kill nobody off. There's no revolt. There were no murder sprees. Come on, man. You know how we treated the situation? We treated the situation just like every prophet in the Bible. Whether it was Daniel who was thrown in the lion's den, and when the king came to check on him, he said, "Live forever, my king." Humble, love,
Yeah.
You can't break down.
True.
We deserve Nobel Peace Prizes. We deserve Nobel Peace Prizes. So look, we just got to learn how to extend that peace and love to each other.
Oh man, I'm glad I'm hearing it from somebody else more stature than my person, because that is one of the philosophies that I've adhered to. It's like, okay, it could be about me, but I'm not the only person. There's one higher than me before me, and there's many that will come after me. So how can I only think about me? It doesn't logically make sense. And I've been burned so many times and still turn. It's just like, well, it happened before me.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen after me.
Look how Jamaica treated Marcus Garvey, bro. Look, their first national hero. Okay, the first national hero.
Teach.
Listen, he's on the currency, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got his own money. For all my to America fans, he's got his own money.
Yeah,
right? So we gotta understand. Listen, trust me. This Emancipation Month did lots of pain, lots of people turning their backs on me, lots of pain for my people. But I realized that you just want me to hate my people. I refuse to hate my people. Listen, I've taken a pledge. Listen, if you haven't taken the pledge that me and the federal government take, then you haven't committed yet. You ain't all the way in. And look, I know you feel like you're all the way in, but there's language you got to adopt to. You got to adopt in your life. There's doctrine that you have to adopt in your life. And until you do that, you haven't made that pledge. You haven't stepped off the ledge to truly love your people in spirit and truth. Yeah. So I want to share this because I have to walk around. But look, this girl, exclusive right here. All right, you see this sign here? This is where I'm standing right now. I am standing at the Michigan Street Baptist Church, site of an underground railroad. And it says, before the Civil War, escaping slaves were hidden in a concealed area in the basement of the church until they could escape to freedom in Canada, y'all. So to be Black Canadians, you got to understand, we had an advantage. We had this freedom in our hands, but we still maintained the slave mentality and different percentages of slave mentality because we never had a reboot. We never had a reboot, and we never had curriculum. All we had was the Bible, and the Bible's not going to teach you how to be a Black man. It's not going to teach you how to be a Black man. Teach you how to be a good man. So in 1920, the Honorable Martin Luther King and hundreds of thousands of true-paying members of the UNIACL gathered inside Madison Square Garden, wrote a declaration of the people of the Negro people of the world. It was our Constitution. During this month-long convention that took place in August, every day in August they met. And at the end of that month, they had already determined that the red, black, and green will be our colors. They already determined that Ethiopia, land of our father, will be the anthem. They've already determined what our pledge is, our motto is, and they wrote down a list of our rights. Okay? So these rights that we own is designed to be the universal rights of the people of Africa all over the world. And this year, a very important part of that declaration that was written in 1920 is now practically embraced by the entire world, the UN. The UN has selected one of the bullet points in that declaration to make true all over the world. And what they chose was that August 31st would be the International Day of People of African Descent of the world.
Okay.
So August 31st is a worldwide day celebrating us. And it happens to close out Emancipation Month. So, I share that with you to let you know that we are building momentum as we get to this historical day, August 31st. Now, August 31st has been a holiday for me ever since I became a Garveyite. And that just means you're a due paying member to a UNIA division, all right? We have a Toronto division, All right. And our Toronto inherits a legacy of the Honorable Marcus Garvey himself, who came to Toronto and built and listen, bought a building and turned it into a Liberty Hall and created a hub for creativity and for Black solidarity to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Toronto, stand up.
Toronto is in the history book.
Yep.
Okay. Listen, Marcus Garvey delivered a speech in Nova Scotia that said we must emancipate our minds. All right, we must emancipate our minds. The same lyrics that he spoke was transferred into a song by the Honorable Bob Marley. So Canada is where that song came from, where those lyrics came from. And so because we've had freedom for so long, we should not be in the same place as African Americans. We should not be struggling. We should be teaching. We should be teaching. We should be showing them how it's done. How do you develop a nation? How do you create pride? How do you build Black love?
That's it.
In our own institutions, in our own businesses, in our own communities. These are things that is rightfully ours. So, Emancipation Month, started because I was pushed. I was pushed towards it because I wanted to do the flag raising 6 years ago for Emancipation Day, and because it was never done in Canadian history, I got all kind of backlash until I finally was able to break through. Just like I was able to finally get on this call. Right?
Yes,
you just keep calling. You just keep calling.
Straight up.
So what happened was they finally gave me a permission. Then I had to pick a date. And I needed to give some to promote it. So I picked the last Sunday. I picked the last Sunday in the month of August. And it was August 28th. And so then I began praying and studying to find out what August 28th, what significance could I connect it to? Because we've never celebrated Emancipation Day on August 28th. Right? We've already moved on from Emancipation Day. We were focused on Alzheimer's Day or something else. I don't know what it was. But we definitely were not thinking about Emancipation Day on August 28th. So as I did my research, I discovered that I saw a picture of the actual slave abolition bill. And it was 2 dates. The first date was August 28th, 1833.
Okay.
And the second date was August 1st the next year. So in that moment, declared it, boom, we have a month. Just like that. And so I called the event the closing ceremonies of the first annual Emancipation Month. And we kept pushing it. We kept pushing it. And now the fact that August 31st is observed, we truly have a holiday to holiday month. And we're not really jiving with the August 1st thing. Because if you look at the details, August 1st just says that children 6 years and younger will be free. So I can't accept that as something deliberate. You're not gonna make you feel good about doing something right wrong when you free the baby.
Yeah.
What kind of deal is that? How can we celebrate that? How can we call them abolitionists and freedom seekers when you kept us still in bondage? The parents of these children are still in bondage. What kind of freedom?
Oh shit, he froze again? Shit.
He's probably changing from Wi-Fi to
the teacher. Yeah. We're missing the teacher. Sorry, what did you say?
We cannot give them credit.
So you want to do your piece right now?
No, whenever he's done.
We can't give the same person who enslaved us credit for freeing us.
I'll tell them.
Yeah, am I coming in?
Okay. Sure.
Right?
Sure.
We can't. Listen, if you look up the narrative and everyone who is posting things online, every message that's posted online was in 1834. Okay? Those facts, we can't accept those facts. We can't support those facts, cherish those facts. The truth is, we need to actually spend some time thanking God. Just like the Jewish people have a Passover, and everyone, listen, Passover, everyone on the call knows what Passover.
So you're just gonna do your piece?
What piece? I
Oh,
thought
you
Passover is just a celebration of their emancipation from Egypt. That's it. That's all Passover is their celebration, rituals designed to teach their children about what their experience was from Egypt.
Oh.
All right. So where is our spiritual discipline and experience to give God?
you lost me still, Jed.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So those are some of the things that go on.
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
What we're gonna do? We're just gonna keep thanking the people who signed the bill. We're gonna keep thanking Abraham Lincoln. We're gonna keep thanking Abraham Lincoln. Nah, this guy we deal with is a jealous guy, Joe. Y'all better ask somebody.
All right.
Amen.
Well, we're gonna give you a second to recuperate and to give us our next lesson. But we got Marcus Black here about to show us something. He's got like some. Are we doing the poetry, the spoken word? You got a song for us?
Yeah, I was just listening in, you know what I mean? So I could do a piece, you know what I mean? I was just gonna ask my man who, you know, I'm new to the whole game, you know. I love black people, and I was just wondering what is our next step, you know?
Okay. Well, I don't know if the host will give me an opportunity to answer.
By all means.
Much respect. Much respect. The next step. Well, you know, the next step, I think, is to go online and connect with us and see what we have planned for this month. Because here's the thing. The website is emancipationmonth.com. Okay. And I want to remind everyone, this is our gift to the world. This is our gift to the Caribbean community that's struggling with identity. They don't even want to consider themselves from Africa. You know what I mean? This is for our brothers and sisters in the UK that are going through exactly what we're going through, right? This is a tool for them to be able to find their identity and to build their community and create infrastructure for prosperity, something tangible that we can pass over to our young people. So if you go to the website, emancipationmonth.com, you will see the list of the events that we have planned for this month. Okay, we're working with organizations all over the globe, and we're learning about the different Black experiences all over the world, and paying respect to all the different leaders from different Caribbean countries, and you know the Black struggle in the UK, and you know, and we're also paying homage to what took place here in America, and we're building bridges. So what I like you is take a look at the list of things that we have planned for this month, and let me know how you would like to join, because this is a society. This is just not something that you look at and just spectate. This is not a parade coming down your street and all you get to do is wave at it.
No bench warmers. I like that.
Yeah,
Well, I
this
say
is
I
a
figure.
full part. Everybody's in the game. Everybody's got a role.
I love it because I mean I'm like Black History Month. I'm pushing Black History Month as much as I can because I think it's a tool that we could use. I mean, like just as the Muslim have Ramadan and the Christian have Christmas. I mean, Black History Month is being certified in England and in North America. And I'm thinking then if any brand could reach around the world, why can't Black History be celebrated around the world? So I'm whole.
It is Black History Month is, you know, Black History Month. The way I've made sense of it, and a lot of people have asked me the differences. First of all, you know, Black History Month is we celebrate what our ancestors went through. Okay, Emancipation Month, we deal with head on who they had to go through, right? And so it's you know, the heroes of Black History Month is in February, but the villains of Black History Month, that's in August.
Sure.
Okay, and listen, and the thing is, they need healing. And if we are truly, if those who accept the calling of God of their life, you got to understand that God's going to use you to heal people. And yo, they need healing because yo, the bondage that they have in their hearts, that hate that they have in their heart. We should give God thanks that we don't harbor the hate in our heart for what they did to our people. We
That's
wouldn't even be
real.
able we wouldn't even be able to like thrive the way we do. We wouldn't even be able to exist in their company the way we do if we carry the kind of hate in our heart that they carry in their heart. And they ain't got no reason to hate us because we let them live.
As you talk
We
about
let them
living,
live.
I know about living, and I mean, like, I'm from the Caribbean, I'm from St. Vincent. I mean, like, I seen the structure training down there with, in the whole Caribbean. I mean, like, we're surrounded by the Chinese. Now, I know the Chinese don't believe in no God, you know what I mean? And if a people that,
Oh
if I
no.
know that, if a people that don't believe in no God to enslave us, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble, you know what I mean? And right now,
Right.
the Chinese is holding our bank books in the Caribbean. They
Thank
kind of
you for
financing everything that we
thank
doing
you
down
for
there.
bringing that up. Thank you for bringing that up. So here's the thing: we cannot think this fight is between us and white people, okay? Because what the white people created was a philosophy of sorority that has infiltrated in the cultures all around them. Everyone who looks up to them. So the Chinese, the South Asians, all of these other, the French, and all these other people who look upon us with disgust and disdain, they're the ones who are on notice right now. That if you are
Mm,
not working on fixing that in your community, then be prepared to be labeled. Okay,
mm.
we're not going to just keep walking around here and acting like white people are the only ones who are prejudiced.
Because
Okay,
for
and are
me,
the only ones who
Africa,
are sick.
yeah, because Africa is still the new frontier. I mean, like, there's so much of things that going on in Africa right now. Africa is clicking, and I mean, like, we're in the chopping block still. We're not around the table. It's still like we're still on the table, like on the menu. You know what I mean? And in
You're the
every
dumb guy
war,
who's
there's
left,
gonna
man.
be a spoil to split up. And I figure black people don't do the turn. We don't want into a slavery. It's somebody else's turn. It's our job to make sure, as Malcolm X say, to put in precaution that we don't go back into slavery.
Preach, brother.
I
Preach.
mean, I
Listen.
figure then if
So our idea is listen. The idea is that if there is, there's a religious community in the Chinese community, there's a religious community, and obviously we know that there are. The idea is that listen, they need to be able to take this curriculum that we're giving them and saying, listen, y'all got to talk about this. Y'all better figure it out.
we're gonna have to
This,
work on your video. I can hear you, but I can't see you, so we're gonna have to
no,
work
no,
on your video.
okay, no, video's right there. I was just saying.
Yeah.
What I was saying was that it's critical that during this month we force those conversations. If we're not forcing that conversation, we're never going to have a conversation, right? So we have to take the authority of this. We can't wait for this anti-black racism
Damn,
group.
they cut you off, bro. Audio's gone.
Yeah.
Audio's
Audio
gone.
gone.
No, I can hear him. Could you hear me?
For
I can hear
everybody?
you.
Yeah.
Just to interject about other races,
Yeah,
the
that's
only
okay.
way that you're going to have an ally
Okay, never
are
mind.
people
Continue
who are
talking.
biracial or bicultural. And you have to see that the people who are on the border of both, to see both sides, will be your best advocate for change.
That's wise. That is very, very wise. That is very wise.
I figured here in Canada because I mean, like, when I came here to Canada, I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, like, this is when I really experienced my blackness because I'm from in the Caribbean. We have more
Okay.
class. We do have racism, but we
I didn't catch what you
transport.
said. My audio cut out.
Oh,
Did you
but
hear
could
what any of us said? Like, what did you not hear, David?
because I could hear. I heard her and.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
And then we were talking about advocates and people who wanna say come with us like allies. I mean, like, I tried. I mean, like, even our own black people, as the brother was saying, you know what I mean? You try and get in conversation and then you mention Africa and then you get some cussing out, you know what I mean? And then they can't identify themselves with nothing else more than wealth, more than what they could have here, car, a house, you know what I mean?
well, you can't get through to the vibrational energy that is lower than unity. You have to have the vibrational energy of wanting that unity, and that is not of materialistic consumption. It's of the creative realm. It's to touch beyond the colonization.
Yeah, I know, but some of my people, I mean, I'm talking about people that I am surrounded with, some of my family, friends. I mean, some of them don't even have the time. They don't even want to talk about black. I mean, when they come up here, all they got is finance and their mind. I mean, like, when you want to engage in them with, you know what I mean? They just don't have no time, you know? It's sad to say, but you know what I mean? That's the reality of the thing. You know what I mean? Everybody's too busy sometimes to engage in their own self.
That's
But
what
quite
makes months like
frankly,
that's what makes months like this so important.
It is.
Because once, and this is why I believe my strategy was to get the governments to endorse it, because the people are led by the government.
Mm-hmm.
And so if the government says it's so, then the people don't say it's so.
Amen.
And now we know this started in our heart. We know that I didn't need a proclamation to be able to say Emancipation Month is real. You speak it and it is. Believe me.
Yeah,
We have that kind of authority.
I can attest to that. I'm originally from.
So I didn't need a piece of paper to tell me that it was real. But I got the piece of paper so that we can actually show our community that it's real, right? And so that was the approach, and it's working, right? So now because we have the biggest city in Canada, the fourth largest city in North America, celebrating Emancipation Month, like in a very big way, okay? A way that I can't believe sometimes, okay? Now we can lean in on St. Lucia. We can lean into Jamaica and say, listen, we are all celebrating the same emancipation, and
Yep.
it's time for us to heal together, to work together, and to build together, right? So now that we have this government sort of credibility, we now have to work with brothers like you and sisters and sisters who can now be ambassadors, and we'll give you the
Definitely.
tools so that you can engage, the powers that be, from the community to the churches to the politics, and introduce the celebration of this month, and the programming that is critical for us to be able to truly emancipate ourselves. That's what this is all about. So please reach out to me, brother. You can hit me on
Definitely.
Instagram, Emancipation Month on Instagram, Emancipation Month on Facebook. Hit me up.
So
I sent you an email, not an email, a message on Facebook. And the email or the website we got is emancipationmonthcanada.com. I think that's the one I got.
That is the email address. That is the email address.
Okay.
So I think I'm just gonna do a piece and then I'll let Tanya start all over again.
All right.
Did it quickly.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm also a dub poet, and strongly active with my dub poetry, and then it's just because of protesting. You know what I mean? I was going through some stuff, and I had to get my energy out, and I did it through some poetry, because otherwise I've been doing some more dangerous stuff, because that's how serious I'm at with my life. I only got one life to live, and I don't like people messing with me. So I had to do something different, and it came out in poetry. So I'm gonna do this piece. It's this piece is being published in a book here in Canada. I'm really happy with it, and it goes like this. It might be raggedy, 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 but the yard will sweep. On the cold ground, not even a blanket. My brothers and my sister, them half asleep. They're willing to drink the water that you bath with just to live. Say they never seen a doctor since they live. And if they reach the age of 5, It's graduation time. There becomes a refugee in their own country. One size fits all. You need no experience. Zero tolerance. Don't you play ignorant. Let's take a look at this, if you will. Let's see how much it took to get you in. It's not as bad as it look. Who is next to kin? It's my father's hands you shook when you enter in. Although the odds were stuck against you, you came and walked a mile in my shoe, not just for the heck of it. It was my father's wish. Now, wolf in sheep clothing, I can smell them for miles around. They're being spooked. They're running like they're mad, saying, taxi, taxi, I wanna get away. Take me to the mountains, take me to the sea. Marcus Black, the only good Negro. Bless up this month, bless up all the months, you know what I mean? But this month, so respect, guys.
Bless up, bless up. Yeah, man, yeah, man.
Taxi driver, taxi driver, take me to the mountain.
Right, so this is how we do it in Hamilton, you know what I mean?
They don't
So
know. Shout out to
I have to big
H-Town.
up anyway, guys. So we're using a studio over here. It's called the Devil Cellar. So my brother is helping us set up over here so we could reach you. So I just want to big him up for a minute, you know what I mean? So to go to the Devil Cellar, helping us out here in Hamilton, you know what I mean? Just try and spread the love.
They don't know.
Yeah, man.
So I seen Tanya, she's taking a break. So I was thinking she was going to come in, but she didn't. So I'm really appreciating you guys having me on. I'm a talker, but I'm really wanted to listen because I'm being really schooled today, and I appreciate every one of you guys who is really opening up my eyes. As I say, I've already never really tapped into blackness really until I came into Canada because I run straight into the racism, you know. So I had to deal with it because I don't like people messing with me. I don't like people messing with kids. I really say that is we did our turn already with slavery. If the slavery thing have to go on, to find some other nation for do it because I don't think we're not doing it again, you know?
Nope.
Nah.
Nope. Nope.
So, and the only way we could do that is putting in some prevention. Malcolm X said we have to, the first thing God give us is our life. The second thing we have to do is defend it, you know what I mean? So if we don't put nothing in present, because I mean, like I have a hard time listening. I don't listen to nigga music like Snoop Dogg and them. You know what I mean? They said something. Snoop Dogg. I listened to him on an interview the other day, and he said something like, "We own this nigga word now." It made me cry at the same time. You know what I mean? He's making over money on one side, and then when you're in the workplace and you got to deal with people calling you nigga and treating you like you're a piece of shit. None of his songs could justify my feeling, you know? None of his songs could carry out the kind of sentiments is in my heart.
I appreciate that, King. Appreciate that, King. I got to say one thing, too. The artists we had before, T. Fanny and me, we've had conversations and going forward. I know my Selassie Soldier album dropped, and there's a few on there. But I've already finished my last album. We are going forward. We will never say it in our music ever again. Because I'm tired of them changing that word, and I'm also tired of them also basically saying, you know, these white kids, you know, oh, well, they say it in their songs. Okay, well, now I'm not going to say it in my songs. So what's up with now what? We're taking that away from you.
Straight up. I just want to add a little something to it. It's like, why are black people the only race on the planet that wants to defend and fight for the most slanderous word to the race? Like, you know, no Indian people are fighting for Paki, or nobody's fighting to kike or Jew or wop or nobody fights for these words. They're not to be fought for. They're supposed to be thrown away. Jewish people ain't fighting for like kike. No. Toss it away. Why are we made to feel like we should fight and like take pride in the word nigger? No, we are not. It's a deep level of brainwashing for somebody to want to take in such a hateful word. yes, we got to the point where we could like use it in our own way, but like real liberation is being like
educational. It has to be educational. If it has no educational content to it, it needs to be burned.
Toss away the word.
If there's no educational content to it, burn it, because it comes with such a hateful regiment behind it. And then we have because everybody is fighting for a spot to represent black people. You know what I mean? We have the artists in them in America who is a big influence, and everybody want to be like an American. And then they're figuring then, because they're making millions with this thing that is all good and dandy, fine and dandy. You know what I mean? And people are really suffering because of that word still. And they say if you let a bird out and then it comes back to you, that bird is yours own. You know? So I don't know about that shit. You know what I mean? Because I burn in all my bridges because I ain't turning back. You know what I mean? I ain't got no bridges now. I burn all my bridges. I don't want to turn back. You know what I mean? I ain't turning back. I'm going straight forward.
I heard it from my mother when she said, if they dash your chicken feed and it's not for you, don't pick it up.
Nice.
So, you know what I mean? Like, there's all kinds of scenarios and situations where I face, like, I mean, growing up, speaking in an educated manner, I was called whitewash. It's like, so do you not know the history of education? Because I'm pretty sure it started in Egypt. But we'll talk about that later.
I'm asking you if you saying something like you speak good English. That's racism in itself.
Yeah.
That's racism in itself. That's the absolutely entitlement of the person who's saying that to you. That's how much entitled they are.
We also have to fix our own though too with that, because you know how we get down. I used to go when I was taught, educationally, and I may go to specific areas on my own, and they like, oh, you talking white? See how that flips? Like, no, they should have been like, no, you talking like the kings. You're talking like the queens.
You're talking like Imhotep. You're talking like a scholar.
And you're being clear. You're understandable. You could understand me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but then, all our brethren want us to come and talk about talking slangs. You know what I mean? I know we all have, like slangs in our community and stuff like that. But there's a time and place for everything. They say,
Even with the music that I do, I think of all the compositions I've released, I have 4 profanities in over 2-3 hours of music that I've done. So it's like, why? And they called me Will Smith, and it's just like, okay, well, Will Smith is doing good things, so why should it be a problem?
It doesn't matter, bro, because like I said, I'm the same way. We got some hard tracks together that you heard it on your show that I am getting the message, and guess what? There's a little cussing. I promise you.
Yeah. I'm impressed.
And if it was 1999, it was Big Willie style. There would be like some hardcore hip hop heads would be like, yo, Will Smith is mainstream and like mad watered down. And, some people would be ignorant enough to say he's whitewashed, but it's be like, no, Will Smith is another fucking black American who is very successful. He is in his own lane. And now that it's like, it's not even the 90s anymore where we thought he's corny. It's like, yo, Will is an ill actor. He's a family man. He's a successful human being. If you're being compared to him, you're being compared to a fucking successful musician. It's like, yo, what's wrong with Will Smith not needing to cuss? What's the problem with that?
I took that.
He's a good rapper, yo. Like, yo, let's like this is so ignorant. But yo, thank you for not cussing when you don't want to cuss. Make the music you feel.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Don't get me stung in my today English. I might slip a few profanities in there, but it's just what it is. Sometimes, you can't say individually as quick as you can say motherfucker. It's just,
especially when someone threatens you. Come on.
Yo, everybody, I gotta run because I'm still under work. You know what I mean? But I appreciate everything.
Oh man.
Link up.
For sure. I appreciate everything. We're gonna link up. Yeah, man. So thank God for everything. Bless up.
August 21st, Marcus Black will be performing at the Culture Shop.
I'm gonna come see you, Marcus. I got
the block party.
For sure, man.
That fire for you.
Yeah,
Appreciate that. Bless up. Creative.
Make sure you come as early as you can so you can get some food, fam.
Yo, man, I had to go and shower because I was looking grimy. You know what I mean? I couldn't let you guys see that shit. So I was like, I had to tell Tanya I'm really gonna be late because I gotta go and wash this stuff off. You know. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for the time. Okay.
No problem. Bless up, kid. Every time.
Okay. And you guys know how to get out, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, we're here. Tanya, you've expanded the network, and it's been with quite a cavalcade of conscious personalities. I like it.
What?
I like it.
Thank you. It's all about sharing and building and, building bridges, right?
Yes. So, Anto, we haven't really heard too much from you. You've been the silent force in the background of, like, she's the one who brought DeWitt in to the conversation. And so is that like the day-to-day thing? Do you just pull the strings behind the scenes and let the magic happen?
Pretty much. Pretty much. That's my thing. But here's what I'm going to say. It's first of all, it's great to see this because I am Canadian and we don't see this too often.
Mm-hmm.
And for the gentleman that left, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to speak with him. He's talking about St. Vincent. There's such a rich culture coming out of St. Vincent that is unbelievable. And the reality is that we need to do more of this because we are an oral history speaking people.
Yes.
And the more we start to converse and use technology for good like this, then we will start to expand more and be able to incorporate some of what DeWitt said and all those things, because we learn. Every day is a day for learning and knowledge. That's my thing. And that's why I work behind the scenes. There we go.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bomb.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Thank you very much, because they can't all be rappers, and a lot of these rappers are messed up in the head and a little disorganized. So thank you for the managers and the people behind the scenes and the mothers and the organizers and the silent people who do the paperwork. Because
I'm good. No, I just like to come out and dance when you rap. See, and snap my finger and move to the beat.
While you're counting the money. While you're counting
the money, yes, of course.
Oh man, that's great. Oh man, good times can be had online, and with everything the way it's been for the last year and a half, it's like, wow, when the final curtain opens, like what are you gonna do? Like, I mean, I know I strategized this August 21st thing to happen, hopefully outside of any of the reach of the issue. The only thing I have to do is ask for Mother Nature to just bless me that one day. And like, I recycle, you know what I mean? I do good for the community. I mean, I have a Brita filter. I know I have some water bottles and stuff, but like, I try not to use them. So like, just throw me a bone here. Let me get one beautiful day.
Here's the thing. I got some tents, so I can send them down to you, Rain or
some
shine,
tarps.
we going.
Yeah. I'm down. Bring them just in case.
I was just gonna say you better be praying to the rain gods, not shower on your parade there.
I know how it is, all right? Like any man who lives with a woman and acts like she doesn't run the household is lying.
She runs it. She runs the entire. You could pay for the entire. Listen, you could pay all you want, and you can come up in there and think you running it. You don't run nothing. You don't run a damn thing. The queen runs it, bro. Queen Sheba runs the kingdom.
Yeah, I found that out. I was just like, okay, I came in here on my king shit, just like, nah, that works outside the house. You know what I mean? She knows. My lady knows my weaknesses. She'll just give me one of them looks like, but like she builds up my strengths too. So You know, it's awesome to have that kind of thing. And like this kind of conversation right here, as candid as it is, 2 years in the making, I have been wanting something like this to happen where people can see, okay, this is the topic. Look at how many opinions there are on this one situation, but how we can all bring them together and get back to the same point.
Yeah.
Progression,
No doubt.
development, evolution, enhancement. Things that, you know, I mean, I'm sure there's somewhere people are sitting on a patio. Oh my gosh, do you know what Susie did? I mean, I'm telling you. And with Trevor, like, gosh.
That's funny.
I'm
dead. I'm dead.
That's funny.
Meanwhile, like, you know, we're talking about like how can we improve the state of our culture, our nation, our society without destroying, and like, and the problem is, and this is one of the big problems I find, Black pride is so powerful that at times people take it as anti-culture, anti any other culture.
Can I say something, please?
But that's because they're not ready.
Yeah, can I please say something?
Let us say it. Let us say it. Catrice, hit him with it.
I'm sorry, please. So I remember growing up, right? And literally, I was told not to listen to this man by my mom. My dad really wasn't on it. He was on his coaching and stuff like that. When I heard the voice, though, this happened. I heard about him. Didn't really know. It's kind of extreme. I don't know if I should listen to him. But when I got real, and I went back to the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, and it was about this, you know, pride and power that was looked at as you know, extreme by our own community, though. Okay. Then when I sit there and listen to him, I'm like, what's extreme about this? This is just true passion. This is what I need to be listening to. I'm talking about, I'm at work sometimes, and I'm around all of the Babylonians. I'm in the middle, and you got this roster in here with some powerful, but guess what? That armed me. It armed me with the tools. It wasn't scary. It wasn't a thing. And within our own community, we got to get past that also with this fear, like, oh man, that's too extreme. You can't say that. Well, if it's true, and if it's factual down to the core of even Africa, then down to how we were treated over here and what is not being done, then why are we not standing firm on that? Why are we scared to? Because our own community, I mean, I'm talking about by the time I grew a beard, my mom, she was Baptist church, but she was Baptist church, North Carolina, got that white Jesus in the church. And she would sit there, you got a beard. No, the Muslim, they're going, who's they, you know who they are. They're going to get you. You're Muslim now. Oh, you got the hair, y'all. How they going to get you? You're Rasta now. Man, you're smoking that ganja. They're going to get you. You don't get, not understanding that nobody gets us. Yeah, nobody gets us. Are you kidding me? We never die. We are gods. We are bigger than that. And I heard when I literally turned to the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, that's when things changed. To the fear into the power. So I'm sorry, I have to say that.
Nice.
Nah, man, no need to apologize. Speak the power. Speak the power.
If I can say something, please. You know, the motto of the UNIA ACL is one God, one aim, one destiny. And the reason why that is the motto is because we are going to remove every single dividing barrier between us so that we may unify. And that is the purpose for the flag. So that we don't, when that flag goes up, it celebrates the African in all of us. And so, you know, the messaging that comes from, you know, Honorable Louis Farrakhan or Malcolm X, you know, that is critical for our development. And, you know, in the church has become a plantation of the mind, of the soul. You know, if you go to one church, you don't even go to another church. You don't even listen to another preacher, right? And you know what? And that is being captivated. That is having your imagination, your ideas, you know, locked into a space. And we have to break out of that. I mean, there's no reason why, you know, there's 15 churches on one street and they don't even know each other. Black people,
true.
They go to church at the same time, leave at the same time, and they don't have any fellowship. That's a problem.
I used to live in Arizona. There was 6 churches on one block one time. 6 of them, literally big churches too. Not one big church that can help the community together. 6 different divisional churches.
And the thing is, there's no fellowship. So what we have to do is we have to look at these things as symptoms that we need to prescribe something for, right? Like we have to stop thinking that when we see wrong that we just blame wrong. Like I'm talking about, people using the word nigger, and it's like, you know what? That is a person expressing to you that they don't have full consciousness of who they are, and they don't have a love for themselves or for the people around them, right? So that's a person who to me, I'm saying, you know what? I know what kind of medicine to give this person, right? So it's a symptom of not loving yourself, of not knowing yourself. And you know what? You don't blame somebody for coming into the hospital for coughing. You don't blame them that they got a cold. You just treat the cold. So that's what we have to be.
Well,
we have to. But
I just want to add to your point. In Sanskrit, there's this word called ahimsa, and I wrote about it in the last article, last edition of Culture Shock. It was ahimsa is to not harm yourself or to anybody else, and the thought of hurting yourself by the names that you call yourself, the negative thinking, is harmful to the community. That you wouldn't even think of hurting yourself because it would hurt everybody else around you. So ahimsa is very powerful in the sense of what you say has to be mindful and very conscious of the collective.
I'm adding to that. Actually, as a Canadian, I believe our standard of care to ensure that we do not do anything to cause harm to another, and the duty of care is to make sure others do not cause harm to themselves. So it's written in legislation that we are supposed to be taking care of each other, but it's propagated through media that we're supposed to create hardships. It's like, if we all have the same common goal, wanting to live a good life, why is it that there are so many conflicts or complications, twists? Like, doesn't make sense to me.
Yo, I want to add one point to that and just really put my heart into it. I love that y'all are really talking about ahimsa and wisdom and like peacefulness, because the violence that we learn and the violence that's been put into the black body and the black mind, I believe comes directly out of the violence done to us during slavery, when we were dehumanized and separated and Willie Lynch theoried and made to men versus women, young versus old, light skin versus dark skin. All of that, we remove all that, we have our own power, we have our own peace, we have our own culture. And once we remove the scars of slavery, once we get reparations for the ultimate justice, the only real justice movement on the planet is reparations. Everything else is a minor shadow of what reparations Africans deserve. So once we get our reparations, we are back in our original truth, our original peace, and where I believe can be our own paradise, our own heaven on earth, our own, the way that certain white people, totally in heaven, totally in paradise. Like the Queen, Prince Charles or whatever, didn't want to die. He lives 99 years old in one of the richest British European empires ever. If Africans had their empires and power and money, we would be in our own heaven on earth as well. We wouldn't need Europeans. We wouldn't need anybody. We would have our own power, family, truth, and we would have our own religions. And we wouldn't believe heaven would be a place outside of here where there's like some white St. Paul or white Jesus or white God. Without religion, we have our own everything. And I just thank y'all, all of you who are just inspiring clean minds and clean hearts and peaceful, beautiful living. I got to go for my birthday. I got to go take care of some stuff. But I'm really happy to be part of this conversation.
Bless up. True.
One bless you, beautiful, beautiful African people. I love you all. We are one all over the planet, and we will do this. Revolution, liberation, and love.
I gotta get you on your own solo episode of Candid Conversations one time. It's on a Wednesday. Let me know if you have some time in like September, October free.
I do. Period. Okay. We are doing it. What you need from me, you got from me. This is what I got. So thank you. Yo, just talk to Tanya's got my contact, so go through her and we make it happen. You got it. Yo, love DeWitt, the real Black Mayor, and all my family. Peace out to y'all. Fine Bender loves you.
Respect.
All right.
Can I just chime in too real quick? What you were just saying. I know we talk about peace a lot, you know, and love, and I'm with that. However, you know, I'm a side. I guess I'm kind of the hybrid of the panel, so to speak. Because like I was born in Kansas City, Missouri, raised in Buffalo, New York, and I just became a full permanent resident in 2016 of Canada. But I was in Buffalo, so I cross all the time. What I'm saying by that form is that when does protection come into the game? When are we going to say, okay, don't do this no more, or else this is going to happen? Because we are so peaceful at heart. We are not these attacking people. We never were the ones that attacked. If we look at from the history down to the very core of it, we never attacked. So when is there a point now? We were always about love. We're always about unity. But there was always a point here down to every core. I mean, Indomitable Louis Farrakhan taught us that we are not allowed to be part of an organization that is not militant in some form.
For me,
so
my line is I have a philosophy, and I say this to like the new people I start to come across and all of that stuff. There's 4 F's not to fuck with: my family, my food, my foundation, and my finances. As long as you leave those 4 alone, we're good. Any one of those 4, you know what I mean, depending on how bad, you know what I mean, like I'm not gonna lose it over $5-10, but you know what I mean, you cost me a car payment, we're gonna have a long conversation. You know what I mean? So as long as we establish a core of reasonable things and maintain that, then I think that will help sow solidarity. But like if you go out and buy a brand new pair of white shoes, right, and then wear it to the club where everybody's gonna get drunk and possibly spill their liquor, you can't get mad because that's your fault insurance. You could have bought black shoes. You could have bought any other color shoes. So this fighting for such trivial matters, it has to stop. Like we have to, like it has to legitimately be something that, if you're talking, whatever, go say what you have to say. But if you actually cause me physical harm, I draw the line. You know what I mean? And say whatever you have to say and wherever you have to say it. But if you can't say it to me, it doesn't hold any weight. It doesn't have any validity. There's no substance to it. So
but that's what I'm talking about, is that line has been crossed.
That line has
overall. You know what I mean? I'm talking, individual, I know, absolutely, I'm 100% with you. Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about us as an us as a tribe, whatever you want to call it, a nation.
Okay.
Needs to be, to me, somewhat protected on the form. I'm not saying we all need to tool up and get, but what do we need? I mean, we can't go to reparations arguing with no power. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like it's.
Well, I tell you what. Here's a problem, if I may say, about reparations, and like first of all, I just saw that the president of the United States is ready to give everybody $100 to get vaccinated, right? And you know what? I think we lost as Black people. I think we lost a very very big moment in negotiation, right? Now, COVID is real, and we know that. But you know what? So was walking to work in Birmingham when they didn't catch the buses. Okay. Mm-hmm. So there's pain. Like, listen, anything that we want is going to require pain. Anything that's worth that's going to last is hard. The pyramid is going up because of a lot of hard work. Right? That's what we should look at pyramid. So if these things that we want require force, they require pain and sacrifice. And that's how anything that we've ever gotten has been gotten. So we can't get this close to the finish line and then expect them to give it up. We had to fight to sit to go to grocery stores. We had to fight to sit on the bus, right? So everything requires force, you know. So we could have, as a black people, said, "Yo, we're not getting vaccinated until we get our reparations," and their whole world would have shut down. What would they have done if all the black people in the world said, "Yo, until you get us right, we staying in the house"?
They would have known what to do.
We staying in the house. We want our reparations. You want to open up your world? Well, give us our reparations.
Right? That would have been a game changer for sure.
Listen, and trust me, had I had a bigger microphone, I might have been stirring that up. But you know what? Those kind of crazy ideas. It's hard to speak those kind of crazy ideas. Trust me. And listen, I've spoken in a lot of crazy ideas, and fortunately, they were divine downloads that had provision to match the vision, and I was able to make manifest it. But what I'm saying is, we have to be on the ready. We have to see how can we, as a people, as a community, negotiate. You know what I mean? And so we have to learn how to do that. I'm standing in a very special place in Buffalo. Who's from Buffalo, by the way?
I'm from Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York, all day, east side.
That's where I'm at right now, King.
You're in Buffalo, New York right now, King. Can you please tell me where you're at?
Everybody knows. Hold on. Everybody knows that I was born in Toronto but built in Buffalo.
Man,
straight up.
Come on,
Straight up.
Stop. Why? How come you didn't say nothing before now? Because it's 716 all day.
I was showing. I was showing you the Michigan Street Baptist Church sign right on. That's what I was showing you. So I've been here since the pandemic, right? And so my mother lives here, and so I had to choose which side. And I have a beautiful family in Toronto. I live around the corner from Toronto City Hall, and I've only been in Canada once. I surprised my fiance on Mother's Day, and I crossed over on Mother's Day. And I ain't been back since. I was supposed to be back this weekend because, listen, my people, we have a park in Brampton called Emancipation Park. And listen, the reason why there's a park is because in 2018, I created the Black voter base, and the Black voter base became, this kind of like secret society of movers and shakers that, speak on behalf of the Black community, have influence. We say, yo, if you want to win, then you got to agree to these terms. All right. And we went to Patrick Brown, and he agreed to the terms. And in 2018, and now here we are, 2021, and we're cutting the ribbon at Emancipation Park. But here's the thing: we want to create 20 more.
That's it.
This is why Emancipation Month is in society. So before 2024, before the end of the International Decade of People of African Descent, we will have 24. Right now there are 4 parks in the world named Emancipation Park. South Virginia, Texas, which is one of the oldest in the world, Jamaica, and now Brampton. So nice. I'm in Buffalo, and listen, and Buffalo hasn't known me. Well, they have never got a chance to really meet the adult me.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Oh my goodness, I gotta connect you, King. I gotta connect you.
Young head. Listen, they knew the young head. I started a media company. I put a magazine on a CD-ROM, and I called it the Concrete Chronicles, and it exploded. And I need to get to a big market to grow it because Smack DVD was starting to like step on my toes, and I don't like it. So because they were DVD, but I was CD-ROM, and I was first.
Yes.
And so what we did was I was like, you know what? Let me go test out Toronto. Since my cousin was like, yo, you got a SIN number, you can get all that. So I came, but I didn't have no connections. I had no couch to sleep on. I slept on the Young bus. I slept on the benches by the waterfront, bro. I slept in shelters, and I would wake up. I would put this suit on. I put a suit on, and I would hit the ground. And there's people who are down with my team today, or people who met me while I was homeless selling these CD-ROMs in Toronto. Okay, and so I've been there. Ran for mayor in 2010. Ran for mayor in 2014. That's why the brothers call me the mayor. That's why I am the 6th mayor, because people actually voted for me to be mayor. Yes. Right, and I still serve those people. Oh, no applause needed. Thank you. It was the scariest time of my life because I told you I was built in Buffalo. So for me to be in Toronto to tell the people in Toronto, trust me, I can lead this city. That took a lot, but
how
God
did you run? How did you run coming from such
because Buffalonians we can go anywhere.
Yeah, but Torontonians is old money. This is old money. When you get to the political game, this is bureaucratic, generational money you get.
This is what happened. First of all, to me it was my operation was right on King Street, man. We had us on King Street. All the money came to us. I never left downtown, and I never gave people change. You would come to my office, you would buy services as an artist, and I never gave change. So if you were supposed to get $15 back, you just got yourself $15 more worth of services, right? So that was just how we rolled. Okay. And for me to get the call in to run, I ignored it. I ran from it. I ducked it. And I finally stepped into, whatever God was calling me to do. And listen, out of 40, I started 7 months late. I signed up in July. The race started in January in 2010. And out of 42 people that ran, I finished 12th place.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And 12th place, it was like, now listen, there was a lot of Chinese people that saw the last name Lee and they voted for me. I know that.
That's funny.
I know that.
Funny.
Right? No, because we deliberately put flyers in Chinatown with just the last name and no picture. Right?
Nice.
We deliberately did that. Put it in Mandarin and all of that. Right? Listen, I was down there. I was then listen, the next election, Olivia Chow ran, so I lost all that support.
Oh.
She came in and she took all my little Chinese connect. But listen, but what it did was it introduced me to the city in a crash course and in a very fast. I had to figure out in a fast way, right? I had to get into Rexdales. I had to get into the Alverns. I had to get into these jungles. I had to get into these spaces. You know what I mean? And so I fell in love with the community. I saw myself in the community. You know what I mean? And being a Grenadian, right? Like my mother's Grenadian. I came out of a Grenadian, right? So like, the Caribbean vibe. So I lived above Rap's restaurant on Eglinton West.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah. And listen, I used to get to the block and the boys would be moving at work. And, and when I would hear the Rob Ford, I would hear them, I would hear the Rob Ford like, yo, and my vote for Rob Ford. You know what I mean? Because they was probably supplying Rob Ford, right? So,
that's it.
But listen, I lived right above Rap, and you know what? I used to show up with $2 left in my pocket. They would give me rice and pour oxtail gravy on top of it and throw a little bit of meat in there for me. And that's how I lived. You know what I mean? That's like the best way.
Real talk.
That's my jam, bro. And it's too. Listen, my daughter only eats the gravy off of the oxtail. Yeah. So like,
I had to listen. I had to say this. I had to say this. I am so thrilled that you were in Buffalo. And off this, I need to get your contact because I'm gonna take you on. I gotta put you on the Maddie's Soul Food right around the corner from Michigan Avenue because I know you're on Michigan.
Maddie's is gone, bro. Listen,
it's Maddie's not there. I haven't been there in 3 years, so.
Bro, I'm on the wall of Maddie's, man. We used to do
I'm on the wall of Maddie's too. Don't play. I've been there.
I'm on the wall, bro. Yeah, man. Listen,
I was a kid there. I'm on the wall.
Maddie's is gone, but no, bro. Nice. So look, I brought a buffalo.
Yeah.
I brought a buffalo to show you because I'm going back to the Protect story because the brother who said protects it.
That's me. Yes, sir.
Back up. This is all about protecting that. This is all about because where I am right now, and I'm going to show you. You won't be
on
able
the
to
east side too. Be careful, Kim.
Yeah, I'm on, no question. But I'm home. I'm home.
Okay. I know. So, I appreciate you.
This street right here is Pratt Street, and Pratt on Pratt Street is a building.
Jesus.
Yo, no, it's all good, bro. We got fences.
Okay.
We got dogs. So look, here's the thing. We're renaming this street Black Wall Street.
Nice.
I love it. I love it.
Listen,
I can't believe you're in Buffalo right now.
This building is black owned, and it's been black owned for 35 years.
That's right.
It's nice.
And it's like 4 floors. It's as big as an airport. And so I've been given the true honor to help rebuild this and invite the community to turn this building into whatever we could dream it to be.
I can't believe this is amazing.
How are you going to encourage Black businesses?
Especially in Buffalo, New York.
Every Thursday, first of all, since I was locked in Buffalo for the pandemic, and listen, truthfully, I was in Buffalo. I was just like taking care of my family. I didn't want to step outside. New York was the epicenter of the COVID, and it was a scary time. Then George Floyd happened, and somebody from Toronto reached out to me, and I'll thank her forever. She's actually one of our ambassadors of Emancipation Month ambassadors. Her name is Destiny. She sent me a message. She's like, Samir, where are you? We need you. You know what I mean? Like, where are you? Like, what are you doing? Like, you know what's going on right now in the whole world. Where are you? And it just activated me, and I got back into the grind.
Nice.
And I stepped out, and I was part of one of the biggest marches that ever took place in Buffalo history. And I only went there to pray. God said, go pray before the march, and people showed up, and we prayed, and it ended up becoming on the news, and it became actually as the news came out and the story hit it was actually like the narrative. The narrative was, a prayer for this and peace for that. And we shifted the narrative. Ever since then, I was listening to God. He told me to start a farmer's market. So I started the Black Farmers Market here in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And it started off with a little gas on a little dirt spot like this. Then it grew to 2 gas stations. And then it grew to the stadium and it was where we had culture every single Saturday.
Talking about Johnny B. Wiley Stadium, correct? Johnny B. Wiley.
That was Johnny B. Wiley Stadium, right?
Yeah, I went to church at Macedonia Baptist, right in the corner, right by the Armory. That was my church.
We turned Johnny B. Wiley into the epicenter of the world.
It's amazing.
Right?
I don't know if y'all understand. That is amazing. That was the original place where the Buffalo Bills played. That's a rock.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Wow.
It's true. And so I spent the whole year there. And then I ended up getting recognized here in Buffalo for a few other things that we did, man. We created a Buffalo Garment District. I just wanted to turn Buffalo into Toronto. I said, listen, if I'm going to be stuck in Buffalo, then I wanted to look like Toronto. And I wanted to look like
I want to thank you from my heart.
I wanted to look like a Black Toronto. So
thank you so much.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you from a Buffalonian. I'm almost got tears in my heart right now because this is serious.
Yo, it's yeah. Bro, when we're done with this, they're not even gonna recognize Buffalo. So listen, we created a Buffalo Garment District. We created a restaurant row. Basically, I was running for mayor, right? Like, I mean, I was just popping off ideas and movement all over the city. So now I'm here at Black Wall Street.
Buffalo does have a Black female mayor now.
Well, she is the Democratic nominee.
Okay.
November 2nd will be the general election. Yeah, it's official general election. So she does have to compete against Byron Brown.
Yes. Which is Black. He's Black too.
Yep, he's running against her. So that's a very difficult situation for me, and I'm still thinking how to handle that. I am. I'm being honest. Because that's what we do. We make mayors, right? Yeah. And
he's a good mayor too. He's a good mayor.
I tell you what. You know what? It's like this. It's like this. What you want to do is come in, be great, be out. That's what you want. Stick around too long. You stick around too long. Like keeping rice in the cooker for too long. It's just a wrap. Like anything too long is a problem.
Yeah, he's done too much. Yeah, he's too long. Yeah.
And we have to because you know what, you can't stay perfect forever. And we have to think about succession. Like we are operating in power that long, and there's nobody that he can tap us saying, "Yo, this is my next successor." Mm-hmm. Right? Then we're not planning. So look, that goes to protection.
Yeah.
So that goes to protection. That goes to protection, right?
Yes, sir.
If we are not succession planning, if a parent who's going to take the reins after me, then we are leaving the things that we spent our life developing into the hands of aliens, into the hands of strangers. Mm-hmm. So this is how we have to protect it. So we're here at Black Wall Street right now, and we're going to protect Black businesses, and we're going to create a business incubator. And I'm coming to Toronto with the Black Wall Street model, and we're looking for a street to rename as Black Wall Street.
I love it.
But right now, first things first, we want Eglinton West to be Mark Garvey Way.
Amen.
And I'm gonna give you breaking news. This is breaking news. Not only do we want Marcus Garvey Way in Little Jamaica, we want the Eglinton part of Little Jamaica to be called Marcus Garvey Way, but we want the new subway to be called Little Jamaica.
Yeah.
Okay. So that no matter what happens to Little Jamaica, people will always see us on the map.
Yeah.
It stays, right?
Yeah.
So that's the campaign that we'll be launching in about a week. Now, I want everybody to make sure that they show up this Sunday in Toronto, Augustine Park.
Okay.
Augustine Park. There's an Emancipation Month challenge. There's some people putting on Emancipation walk and run, and so I got to be in the building. So listen, I got my COVID today, so hopefully I have my results in time to be able to hopscotch across the border on Sunday. Then I'm out. Then we coming back to do the flag raising Friday. Excuse me, not Friday. Yeah, it must be a Friday the 13th. Is it Friday the 15th? Friday the 15th, y'all. But you go to the website, all the information there. But we have our flag raise on the actual anniversary of the founding of our flag, which is August 15th. And that is at City Hall, Toronto City Hall. So let's connect. Let's talk about how we can build.
When is the flag raising again?
Okay, 15th. So the next flag
15th. Okay.
The 15th, and that is the anniversary. That's the 101 year of the red, black, and green flag.
Nice.
And so we have that going on. Then we have that weekend. We the Black Book Fair happening at Now Valley Bookstore, and there'll be more information about that coming out. And then like I said, the whole month is Ram. But I'm definitely down with Wellington. Is it Wellington? Is that how you call it?
Welland.
Yeah. Although I'm off of Wellington, ironically enough, but yeah, it's Welland.
Welland. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Welland, bro. So let's do some homework on Welland. You know what? We have ambassadors all over, like Durham region and Dufferin counties, and we working on flag raisings for August 31st, man. So August 31st is like the biggest day. It's Black People Day, y'all. Like it's the biggest day in the world for us. So we are working on making as many efforts around Canada, Ontario, especially, but here in Buffalo too, like global celebration. So we want our flag up everywhere. So,
I just want to thank you very much for what you're doing, King. Because
thank you for your language. Thank you for being sensitive to know that your gift is you have to be responsible for your gift.
Yes, sir.
And I'm the chairman of Black Music Month Canada, and we get Black Music Month proclamations, and we do events during the month of June. And that's something that we've really been pushing for. So to hear an artist to take that stand, and to be bold like that, bro, you will be honored, man. You will be honored to celebrate it, because that is the kind of examples that we need to highlight and showcase, man. So that touched my heart to hear that, bro. So respect on that.
Respect on that. I appreciate that more than, that's just motivation. And again, what you're doing in my city, my home city. My mother is still out there, and she's so east side, and what you're doing is just bringing just so much joy to my heart, because I want people to know Buffalo is a tough city, and he's right about the protection, because it is a horrible undertone of racism, and we need to fight for our people out there. And to hear what you're doing is absolutely amazing. And again, hopefully I'm gonna connect with you after this, and I'm gonna get you lined up with some people I know out there for some more support for sure. I'm over here.
Oh my gosh, I can't. Please, are you seeing these messages? Yeah, sorry, King. I don't know if that was for you or for me. But yeah, you know what? While I'm here in Buffalo, I also work at the radio station. So I'm at Power 96.5 FM. WFO, the legendary 60 years of legendary. Yeah, they deserve it. Listen, they deserve it. Black owned, Black
my book.
operated.
Thank you. Do it.
What's that?
Promote my book, right?
Yes, you did.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, King.
I was so proud. I was so proud to play whatever little part I could play to make sure that you got some love. I mean, you earned it. You deserve it. You're a hustler. You get your book out there. So I don't want to take any credit away from you and your effort to push your book. You're a hustler, and that's what we got to do with our work. We got to keep hustling. But it's definitely
recognized game. Respect.
Look, we got the Black Book Fair. We got the Black Book Fair on the 14th. Sign up, no?
Okay, I will.
There's a thing happen, and you know what? You might want to contact Sherry Darlene as well, or Sunny Days on Facebook. She is working with the Niagara History Museum out here as well. She's the founder of Justice for Black Lives, a movement that's been shaking. Well, we just celebrated the year anniversary on June 6th and she was just saying it's funny that she's been out there and she hasn't linked with you or you or Catrizi. Yeah, so that would be someone to. I'll give you her website up here. It is justice for number 4 blacklives.com. There we go. Justice. Yeah, Justice for Black Lives. And yeah, she's an advocate for the Black agenda. I don't know what more to say than that.
She's in Niagara, Niagara, Canada, or Niagara, US.
She's in Niagara, Canada, but she has her ways to get to where she needs to be.
Well, listen, tell her this. Tell her that I've been warring with the idea of walking to St. Catherine's. Okay.
You've been warned with the idea of walking to St. Catherine's?
Yes.
I have been.
Okay.
And listen, Buffalo, Buffalo is home of the founders of the Freedom Walk.
That's right.
Free Them Walk.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they walk. Brothers and sisters actually walk 902 miles along the Underground Railroad Trail, and they stopped in Buffalo. Right, they stopped in Buffalo, right where I was at, right where I showed you all started this call. That was the finish line. Yeah. That was the finish line for the Freedom Walkers. But the Lord told me that I got to walk and take it to Harriet Tubman's home in St. Catherine's, and it's only a 4-hour walk, but it's still something very daunting. But that is something that I'm really like. I thought I heard I could do it around August 21st. To Welland, I don't know, bro. So just encourage me, figure it out. Like, I don't know how it's gonna pull off, but the fact that you brought this sister in Niagara Falls, I would definitely like to pass through there. If there was anybody, sorry to interject, but if there was anybody to make it happen, it's like she's nuclear, bro. She's not a firecracker. She's nuclear. I have confidence in her capacity to facilitate something along the lines of what you're talking, because she doesn't take no slack. Of all I've done interviews for the last 4 years, and of all the people I've spoken to, she's one of the only people to keep me on my heels. So she's like, I just wait till you have a conversation. Hit her up, justiceforblacklives.com, or I will I gotta find a way to get contact information. Look, I know how to go to a website. I'll hit the website up, and I sorry, did that sound like
you know what? That's my bad as a young buck.
No, I'm good. I feel you. Okay. But no, listen. So protection. Listen, it's very important that when we have these conversations, that you have somebody taking notes, right?
Yeah.
It's very important. It's very important when we have our UNI meetings, we have an executive secretary, and what we don't miss any, because the things we share are jewels, and we need to find a way to make sure we preserve it so we can build upon that, man. So, after as many years as you've been interviewing people, I'm sure it's a mighty list of change makers in our community, man. And so, you know what, that information needs to be shared, and we need to be able to communicate and be able to get at each other, man. So I know today I heard a lot. I've been inspired by many of you. I mean, I love the word I love the fact that we got about protection. I love the fact that we talked about our language and being responsible for our language. I love the fact that we talked about the Caribbean and the issues that they're having with identity there. These are major issues that for Emancipation Month we use in our spotlight to shed light on those issues. And so this is very, very productive time for me, and I just appreciate connecting and getting the pure love, man. It's inspiring me, and I'm ready to show back up to fight.
Okay, I did send the Facebook message, because I would like to talk to you on a one-to-one and write up an article. If not this month, next month. Definitely, because I think a lot of people can learn from conversations like this.
Well, Emancipation Month is the month, bro. And listen, it's not about me; it's about God.
True.
Period. Mm-hmm. Right. So, this is why I'm giving these things that I guess give people something to do and give them accolades to brag about. But me, I could care less, man. I have I have the best children in the world. I have two babies, 5 and 4, man. When they see me, I'm Michael Jordan, man. So like in the fourth quarter, like you know what I mean, like game winning shot. So like I don't need endorsements or applause or nothing, man. As long as my babies, respond when I come on the FaceTime. So I'm just here to just do His will, elevate and liberate my people, introduce the world to the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, the UNIA ACL, and make sure that God get all the glory. That's it. Simple. So let's do the article. Let's talk about Emancipation Month.
Yeah.
This is a special time. And listen, we come into your side of things, man. So if you can put the walk together, I'm walking through. I'm going to St. Catherine's, right? So that's on the way to St. Catherine's.
Yeah. We're just like, I want to say, just on the outside of St. Catherine's. So yeah, like you'd be walking probably through the falls, and then I'll wait. Hold on, we have a message here. What
you have to walk with me. You have to walk with me too.
Tell him to get at me. She was there for the Juneteenth the Freedom Walkers. She's also Buffalo born. And no problem.
Buffalo in the house. Buffalo.
Yeah.
716 is definitely in the building.
So look, there's 2 days of the year that I get to like really, it's like 3 days of the year that I get to kind of relax. Okay. Just relax a little bit. So those 2 of those 3 days are 716 day and 416.
All day.
Nice.
So,
it's tatted on me, man. This is so serious.
Listen, and I'm 416 day on Instagram. I'm 416day.ca. Like I am, like we are 416 day. Like we showed them how to 416 day in the hood, and we made it about us. We made it about celebrating all of 416. Actually, the area code stands for respect for everyone in the six.
Yeah,
it's our code of respect. 416. Anyway, 716 though we just celebrated that, and that's also something that we that we have used as a tool to engage our community, and we launched a mixtape, 716 mixtape. So anybody who wants to hear some Buffalo music and just wants to vibe, I believe it's on every streaming platform you could think of in the world. Tidal, Spotify. You can even tell Siri to pull up the tape. So pull that up, and my voice is on there. I dropped some, some bars, not bars, but like.
Hey, I got
it. One and two things.
Hey.
It'll be more on side B, man. So listen, any artists on here from Buffalo, man, that want to be part of side B.
I'm ready. Let's go right now. I'm ready.
Tap in.
I will.
Sunny Days, I cannot wait to contact you. So I know she's listening, I suppose. I just want to acknowledge. I appreciate her interacting. I appreciate her, being part of the conversation, this candid conversation. And I definitely look forward to speaking tomorrow. Looks like I need to get ready for the walk.
That's right.
All right.
I got a walking stick though, so I'm ready.
Yeah,
listen, I have to go.
Okay.
All right.
Careful
with that walking stick. They might call you Moses if you bring in the law like that.
He's earned it.
Well, listen, I embrace it. Actually, you know what? 8/1 Emancipation Day, August 1st, 8/1. The Lord revealed to me, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, that, and he made me look at Exodus 8/1. Right, like chapter 8, verse 1, and in it, it's to tell Moses to go tell the Pharaoh to let my people go.
Yeah.
So that they may cook me. Yeah. So that's a mission. That's Emancipation Month. Yo, let my people go. Let my people go, and let us do our libation, and let us honor God in spirit and truth. And you know what I mean. And let us be the men that they call blessed. That's who we are, bro.
Yep.
We're not men of war. We're not men of war. We're not tyrants. You know what I mean? We didn't go. You know what I mean? We but we have. There's so much prosperity waiting for us, and I think every time a billionaire goes up in space, they come out crazy. Okay, so don't worry. All that money, just like the prophecy said, all the money's been stolen by the wicked, and it's gonna be inherited by the meek, yo. So let's get ready. Listen, Jeff Bezos went to space, came back, and gave away $200 million to two people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So go on and think you can go up in space and come back normal.
You know what's crazy about that? Yeah, that's true.
So, one God, one aim, one destiny. I appreciate the conversation. I know I'll hear from you all soon. I look
Yes,
forward
please, please.
Okay.
I gotta get you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you. And I
Buffalo
want to
all day.
thank you that
Buffalo, New York all day. Appreciate that.
No doubt. You already know, family. You already know. One love.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bless.
I'm on leave. I got you. Okay.
Unbelievable. That's
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the culmination. This is that was excellent. Definitely like some of the best conversations I've had in a while, especially during this lockdown. I mean, like Anto, keep pulling them strings. Keep pulling them strings.
Thank you. Yeah, that was amazing. That was heartfelt.
There's more to come. We just need to keep going. Don't worry.
I got some on my sleeve.
All right. So yeah, Sunny Days we gotta connect her with him. So after this we'll talk, and then I gotta decompress, and I still have a couple of phone calls to make after, but we were supposed to have a couple other people join us. Let me see what's happening there.
Because the time went quick.
The time is like it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it, but whoa.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you can put this on and just listen to it in the background on Liquid Fire Radio.
Because it's the positivity and the knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's good. Very good.
For sure.
I'm just glad for the second anniversary. I'm not sitting here talking to myself again. That is so lame. Oh man, I think for the first year, I think I was talking to my daughter, and we were talking about like what we'd be doing in the future. So I have a lot of these episodes, most of these episodes actually cataloged. So he was talking about like saving them and all of that stuff. I have them saved to a hard drive. So in the eventual, she'll have them to refer back to and be able to look and say, okay, well, this was about this, and this one was with this person, and she'll have a record of things that she can watch and remember me by. So
yeah. That's good.
Yeah. We're not seeing any of these other people show up. I'm not hearing responses from them. So
it's all good. It's all good. This is meant, the people that were here, it was meant to happen.
Amen.
Yes. We were supposed to be here. That's all that matters.
Wait a minute. She's like, y'all ain't going without putting me on here. Yes.
Who that?
My ears are ringing.
Hello,
I just had a technical difficulty, so I had to set up two computers because the one that I DJ, it can't do this. So I have two computers set up because I have to spin some tunes for you guys. So please, my apologies for my tardiness, all right?
Don't even worry about it. For the fact that you took all that time. For the fact that you took all that time to come in here, bless up, Empress. Respects to come true.
Bless up, Empress.
All right, so yeah, man, just spin your things. Give a little intro. Tell the people who you are. I really love the lights. I'm loving the lights.
My name is DJ Lady Trey, and I've been in this DJ business for 3 years now.
Okay.
And I've been promoting artists, upcoming artists, and mainstream artists. So basically, I specialize in promoting dancehall and reggae because Jamaica is my roots. My grandparents are from Jamaica, and I know that the Jamaican music industry doesn't get enough credit in like the third world, the bigger countries like Canada, US, everybody like that, Europe. So I said, let me give the youths a strength. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
right.
That's about it. I do some live venues. I'm doing an event on August 21st. Edmonton Reggae Festival Society.
Nice.
It's called Reggae on the Ave. So I'm going to be playing a little Bob Marley, Luciano, Peter Tosh, stuff like that. Then August 28th, that's when I can do the bad girl selecting, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a little dance hall party. Going to be doing the early juggling, but, I can be more versatile then. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, Cotrizi is gonna head out, so let's get him to say his shout out and goodbyes before he heads out.
Respect, yo. I'm so sorry I can't stay. I would love to. Thank you for having me all the ways. And big shout out, CoachFreezy.com. Always got a show August 7th, dedicating that to Hope for Hope, a 3-year-old going through cancer. So you guys are out in the Alderville, Ontario, ever check that out? But other than that, man, thank you for so much. Shout out to everybody. I really appreciate it more than y'all know, for real, every time. And again, link me if y'all need anything. I'm right there, straight up out the muscle. I can do it, promote it, whatever. Let me know. I don't know.
Thank you.
God bless. I love y'all.
Bless.
Okay. All right, bless up. Man. Okay. All right, so let's get into the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to premiere a little Bitcoin called the Bitcoin Rhythm.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like artists like Don Mafia. He endorses me since I started 3 years ago. He always send me his music, and I just run with it. I do Canadian premieres with his music and stuff, and I'm appreciative, because he's a big Don in the music,
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do a little bit of the Bitcoin rhythm.
I get the youth. One of the end up in it. Got to make it out of this struggle. No matter what.
The song is called Make It on the Bitcoin Rhythm.
I learned them a job and a dance racket. From me little bit ambition and I got it. All me down, some people put money in my pocket. Some people will be get a youth to make it in a life. Get a youth to make it in a life. Big car, big bike, big pretty house, pretty wife. Carry some God in a paradise. We not have to ask Christ. Get a youth to make it in a life. Get a youth to life and the people we life. We within another have we choice. Tired of the mafia and the rise. Where we have come from, we never forget. So that's why we face, we not have no regret. Therefore, we out to step, no one cry in jail. We never have no girl, now we full of address. One foot on the back and no joke, me a make. Now a beer top brand, itch up in a my closet. My wife in my house, I truck designer dress. My kids, them I go foundation set. My friends and my family, live in campus. Money in my pockets, and I don't have to stress it. I'm pray for the dead, but my time not come yet. Get to you, them never bless me. Get to you to make it in a life.
Fire.
New Jamil, John Never Leave.
Show with the way like a lamp in the night. Struggle can be a blessing in disguise. We never give up cause we identified. We go easy, we still a go try. We try against for me, who can be against side. Blessings of flow, catch a river, no dry. At the end of the tunnel, we see the light there. Show me tongue to me,
John Never Leave.
Shop set for the Lord, never let we could have got. The one living I'm not gonna stop me from being the man. I know, man.
So that's about it. I'll do that.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm promoting those 2 tracks because the artist asked me. I have
Nice.
more on the album, but they asked me to promote it. So I just video. I have my phone on, so when I tell them that I promoted on your panel, it's a nice look, you know.
Nice.
Yes,
True.
Yeah,
ma'am.
man. Yeah.
True.
All right. So, okay, I have to ask you some questions before we go. All right.
Sure.
So what is the biggest challenge? Because, like, as a good-looking woman in the industry, I'm sure you have a lot of stress come your way. So how do you handle that?
I just say thank you for the compliments. I really appreciate it. But I'm married. I'm happily married. Quotation.
Mhm.
So, you know, that's it. Yeah. I
All
have
right.
even I have some uh videos on my page and I'm winding up, you know, because the song is like it calls for winding
It
up.
calls.
So,
Yes.
you know, so
Okay. Okay.
line up. So guys are like, yo, man, you're so sexy, you know. Sorry, no offense, but you're sexy, you know, mama. You never know, say your body shape so and whatever, you know, because usually I wear like baggy clothes, you know, baggy
Yeah.
clothes. But like when
Okay.
I, you know, they're like, whoa, you know, but that's men, you know,
Okay.
they're more visual. Man does more visual. So I just say, nice, thank you for the compliment, but you know what I mean? We can't do nothing
Yeah.
like that. So that's about
Okay.
it, you know. And it's a respect thing too, you know, because I don't
Mm-hmm.
just I'm like, you know, I don't say, oh, who you talking to, you know what I mean, blah blah blah. I'm like, thank you
I
for the
was
compliment, but
Yeah, I was gonna say that the way you handle it's a lot more refined than some of the ways it's come across. Cause like as a married man myself, like I'm out in the public, so like a lot of people might think, okay, well, that I'm out perusing or something like that. It's like that's not the
yes.
case, but you know what I mean. It's like the other day, someone introduced me to somebody. I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
nice to meet you, and he's like, oh, and she's single. I said, well, I'm married, and you could have felt my girl's hand go limp in my hand. I'm just like, it's kind of funny. So just I wanted to see,
Yeah.
just the other side of it. And yeah,
Mhm.
no, it's just so what is okay, so what do you bring to selecting now that no one else has?
I'm just consistent and I'm
Mm-hmm.
always promoting upcoming artists. That's it.
Oh,
My specialty is promoting upcoming artists. Even
True.
if
well
them
that
sound like shit, if they make it on them phone, you almost still would give them a blind and press play and make it go viral. And they're like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, like, you know, like I'm so thankful. Like I have people calling me 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, why are you calling me so early? Oh, I just want to see how you're doing. And I'm making a new song and I want you to have it. I'm like, but you're calling me 6 o'clock in the morning? But they're just like, yo, I want you to have it. They're excited, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
they're excited to
Okay,
hand me
so
over their babies.
I want to tell you about Lushy Bantan then. He's supposed to come on, but I'm not sure what's happened with him. His
Mhm.
situation, but he will be performing August 21st. But Lushy
Mhm.
Bantan, Banton, like Mojo, but Lushy. He
Yeah.
has some tracks. He's got this track right now that we're pushing called Team Jamaica. And I
Okay.
think I have your email, so
Yeah.
let me send you
Okay.
these two tracks. And
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, and then do what you can with them and let me know if they are. Well, you don't even have to let me know if they're a vibe. I know they're a vibe, but
Hmm.
let me know if you vibe with them because it's something that's like the man is on a war path right now, and he's got so
Mhm.
much happening that it's just like, okay, how have you not like okay, not even how have you not, but just like what is good, what is going on, where are you trying to be,
Yeah.
and yeah, how can I help you get there? So
Mhm. Mhm.
um yeah, he's just got that's just what it is.
Mhm. How
So
many tracks do you have?
I have two tracks for him right now, two tracks by
Oh,
him right now.
okay.
One's called Black Lives Matter, and
Wow.
one's called Black Lives Matter, and one is called Team Jamaica.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
so the Team Jamaica one I just did a video for. It's on Instagram. Check out Lushy Banton 87678,
Okay.
and yeah, you'll see that track. Let me get this last one. There we go. Bam.
Okay.
Okay, Team Jamaica. I'm sending that to you right now. Um, okay. Okay, boom. See, that's another thing that's happened. Like, just things are happening, so it's like I don't want to put it off and then say, okay, let me send it to you later, because by the time I get off on this, there's still another call. I still have to call Lushy and see what's
Always
going on.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's always something happening, and it's like if I put one thing down, I might not come back to pick it up. So, and it's not even, you know what it's like. You're a DJ, you know what I mean? Sometimes you're DJing and you see a song, yeah, man, I want to play that, and then you see a next song, it's like, what me, I gonna play that first, and you forget the first, you forget the song before that. So, oh my goodness, oh man, but Lodge Up yourself, for doing the thing, because like I said, I know there's a female presence in the media industry, but it coming like the mans them out there don't realize how many women are actually a part of what's going on, and they think, say, oh yeah, man, it's just me. I mean, I go big up my chest. So no.
Yeah. And unfortunately for me in this field, the male DJs, they give me props. Like, they invite me to when they're having big parties, they're giving me props. They're letting me do the early juggling and everything like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, really? They're like, yeah, mama, I like how y'all go on and right, tay. And I'm like, okay, because I'm consistent. I'm always in their face.
Yes. Yes.
And I promote dancehall, but morely I promote conscious music, because you don't have to be a dread to be a Rasta, and I'm a clean, conscious living person. So music is everything to me. So when I listen to it, you have to be careful what you listen to. There's certain music that I can't promote and I won't listen to, like them killy songs and all them something there. I can't be bothered. You know what I mean? Because that's not what I represent. So I'm saying if I can't play it, then I can't promote it. And then I'm just gonna have to tell the person, yo, that's not my cup of tea. I've had to do it many times, and they're vexed, you see, because I have a DJ from UK, and then I have me myself, and I have listeners from Nigeria, United States, UK, and people's like, but I want my music played in those places, but I don't agree with what you're representing, and you just have to move forward,
I want to applaud you. I want to applaud you because you're headstrong and you stick to your mindset. Yes. Yes. Okay. Like I have
Lady
a daughter,
Trey is the real deal.
I have a daughter, so like to see women like yourselves, you know what I mean, in the industry, like regardless of what she decides to do, she's like really artsy, but to see that there are strong-minded women in the world that aren't just blowing in the breeze based on what the media or what society thinks they should be doing, it's very refreshing, because I was concerned.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, like, I have to be careful. Like, I know it's only 3 years I've been in the business, but I gotta say I'm a big deal. I have people coming up to me and they're saying, yo, you're DJ Lady Trey, I watch you and blah, 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 blah. And what happened is there's a follower on Instagram named Sean Bush, and he's like, yo, my daughter loves you. She's only 7 years old. So he's like, guess what? Her birthday's tomorrow. I'm like, really? Okay, what does she like? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give her a shout out. So I made her a shout out, but I made her a little promo video with like the cartoon characters that she likes and stuff like that. Nice. And she was so happy. She was like, Dad, this is Lady Trey. This is DJ Lady Trey. So I love children. I have 5 of my own, and I think they're the future. That's why I uplift the upcoming and young artists, because they don't, sometimes they don't get the door open like the veterans, you know what I mean? Because people don't take them serious more time, maybe because they're young or they're not that straightforward, They just need a little guidance, you know what I mean? So it's not only promoting music that I do. Sometimes I talk to these artists, you know what I mean? I see certain posts on their page, we have to call them and say, yo, what is, you know what I mean? Or whatever. Or I talk to them, they call me and say, yo, this is happening with my manager or Ray Tay. And it's like, I'm more than a DJ to them, it's family. It's family.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. That's big. It's massive. Okay. Oh man, I did not know what I was getting into today, but I'm glad I got into it.
Nice.
God is good. God is good.
Yes, God is good all the time.
Yep.
All the time. Oh my goodness. Yes. Like,
sweat.
A little bit about, the spirit that catch me. Oh man. So yeah, we gotta have, like I said, anytime we have this group conversation, I always want to have a one-to-one conversation with the people that come on. DJ Lady Trey, I would be honored to write an article on you on not the 12th issue, but the 13th issue. That's gonna be the year in the 12th issue is the year in review for Culture Shock. It's the 12th month. It's the first year anniversary of the magazine that I've been writing since October.
What's it called?
It's called Culture Shock. I'll put it up right here. Hold on a second.
Okay. And you're based out of where again? Toronto or?
I'm based out of Welland, Ontario. It's like 20 minutes from Niagara Falls. But
okay.
That's the website, and if you click on the link for the zine, it'll bring you to the website. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Boom. There's this. That's the magazine. So check it out. We just dropped it I think I dropped it 4 or 5 days ago, and it's already at 500 views.
Nice. Wow. Congrats.
Yeah. Tanya's written a couple articles. Antoinette wrote an article in there as well. It's a collaborative effort, and I like the way things are coming together.
No I in team.
No,
that's true.
No,
that's true. Yes, I always say we. They're like, but it's your radio station. I'm like, but we're a team. Like, if it wasn't for you guys, I couldn't do all this stuff. They're like, but you. I'm like, it's our radio station. It's not just my radio station. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But a lot of people, they say team, but they don't act it. You know,
I know.
They
do. A lot do not act.
In the team. That's
a lot are surface. They just love to make it sound good, but exactly what you're saying, they don't walk it.
So I'm just telling them, I'm like, I'm a woman of my word, you know. I'm a woman of my word. If I say something, I'm going to do it. You know, if I do a little favor for you, whatever, don't keep on thank me. Okay, thank me one time and then let's move on. You know what I mean? But if you're a team, you're supposed to do favors for each other. You don't have to broadcast it. Oh, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that for you. You know what I mean? It's a family. Like, you know, and only a few people think that way. That's why I don't have a lot of people on my team. But, you know, I know there's more people out there like me, but it's hard to find. It's like a needle in a haystack, you know what I mean? Because when you're straight, people just scatter because they don't like to be straight.
Especially when women are like that, a lot of guys are like, whoa. Or they say, yeah, that sounds good. But on another level, they're like, we don't, it's kind of crazy. Yes, actually, not kind of, but it is.
It is crazy because I'm newly married. Well, not newly, but 5 years married. And my husband,
nice, he's like, congrats.
Thank you. He's like, you're so stubborn, you know, blah, blah, blah. I know you've been on your own before, blah, blah, blah. But please, baby, listen to me. I'm not trying to do you wrong. That's all he says. You're so stubborn. But you know, when you've been independent for so long, it's like, man.
And you had to deal with certain men that just don't act right.
Toolbox and all drill and everything.
That's it.
Yo, me buy one new curtain and I just bring out my drill. My husband's like, where did you get that from? I'm like, I mean, I was by myself for how long? What am I gonna go do? Call up a handyman every time I need a curtain hang up? I just bring out my drill and drill. He's looking at me. He's like, you're too much.
Nothing wrong with being independent. Nothing wrong with that at all. And if they can't handle it, then they can't handle you. It's just that simple.
That's it.
That's simple. Oh my goodness. All
right. That's why I had to get my own radio station in a way too, because I was on 3 different radio stations. One based in the United States, one based in United Kingdom, and then another one based in the United States. And when I came on, it was all good. You know, yeah, you're doing a good job, whatever. But then after that, I don't know what happened. It just died. No more promotion, no more, you know, listening to my radio show and all that. Something there. Somebody said, no, but wait. Why am I stressing myself to be on these people's radio show and they're not promoting me? They're not being thankful that I'm on their radio show. Spend 2-3 hours playing music, dancing and thing. You know what I mean? Holy energy and not even, your show was good or I'm going to listen to your show. No, sir, nothing like that.
Because they're bad-minded.
Yeah, man. And every time them show come on, them giving one link. Yo, can you tune into my show? And I'm like, this is not right. So me just boil up. And I just tell my friend, and he's like, yo, just get your own radio station. Everybody else is doing it. If they can do it, you can do it. You know, you have me, you have your team. Let's do it. and just a ponder, because I don't like to start something and not finish. I went on these 3 radio stations. To represent myself, but also to represent them. So if I don't want somebody to say, oh, something's wrong with her and whoever radio owner because she came off. No, it's not that. I came off respectfully to all of them, you know what I mean? But some of them did not like it. One of them, them chased me off in Instagram, say all these subliminal messages, post up all these stuff. And I'm like, but wait, I said, Amia talk? No, not you, Lady Trey. It's not you. I was like, oh my God. So it made me feel away. But anyways, I just started my own thing and I'm better that way.
Nice.
The stress,
rise above it.
Yeah, that's it, sis. Yeah. So I need to know who you are. The top one. Can you introduce yourself?
I think that's you, Antoinette.
Antoinette.
Hold on. She's muted.
Oh, she's muted.
She's muted.
There you go.
Hi.
Hi, Antoinette. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So,
and I know the rhythm you're talking about, Bitcoin. I got it.
Yes.
And I know that one.
Go ahead, sis. What are you saying?
That's a good rhythm, that Bitcoin rhythm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that.
So you have my email and everything, and I'll send you. You want me to make a bio and all that stuff? Send you pics?
Me?
Yes, you.
Yes. Yes.
But actually, you can share it with me too, because I can write somewhere else too. So
okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yep. There you go. Yes, definitely. Because, like I said, you're kind of like a unicorn out here. There's not very many of you that are seen. So I figure if we show more of the other side that they're trying to hide in the media, then people will realize, hey, there's more to it than just this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Madness. Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
I was born in Nova Scotia, Halifax, Nova Scotia. My parents were born there, and my father's parents are from Linston, St. Catharines, Jamaica. Yeah, they migrated down to Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia is the largest Black community in Canada.
Yep.
That's where the Underground Railroad is located there. That's where the free slaves went. So there's a lot of history there, a lot of Black community still there, stuff like that. So yeah.
That's a culture shock, because I never would have guessed.
Yeah, a lot of people say, you're not Canadian. I said, well, I'm born in Canada, but I wasn't born as a Canadian, because my mother, should cut your tail, you step on the line. I always respect my elders, and I chat back, nothing like that. Even now, I don't swear in front of my parents, and I'm 43 years old. And I'm like, no, it's I'm 43.
Got long. Anyways.
That's funny.
I am.
Okay. All right. See, this is why I don't guess shit. I wait until I either ask or I wait until the information comes to me. Okay. Yeah. No, that's massive still. Like to be doing all of that. Like, wow. That's crazy. That more power to you too, though. Like to have the tasks that you do. I mean, like having children. I have one, and like she gives me a run for my money. Well, so actually there's 3, but the one's here. She gives me a run. Like she'll walk into the room, and I'll be sitting here on the computer or some junk, just minding my own business, and she'll be like, "Hey, Dad," be like, "Yeah." She'll be like, "Did you know the ocean has all the ingredients you need to make a soup?"
That's funny.
And I want to argue, and I want to say, no, it doesn't. What are you talking about? Where did you get this nonsense from? Go to your room. But my brain just won't function. It's like, when you try to start the car and that shit, it just doesn't turn over. Like, I couldn't find an argument. So I'm just like, you know what? I left the room. I got up. There's nothing I can do. And like she's 11 now, right? She was doing that to me from she was 9.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, oh my goodness. Like,
so when are the artists performing? I thought artists performance.
There was Lushy Banton was supposed to be performing, but I think there's some technical difficulties happening on his side.
Oh.
So yeah.
There'll be another time.
21st.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, but I mean, it's been a great conversation.
Yeah, this was lovely.
I am glad
Save the best for the last.
Yeah. I'm glad it worked out.
And anytime you guys have promo flyers or any events, I can put it on my page or my story. Like I can help you guys promote your events or your streams, stuff like that.
What is your Instagram?
It's Lady Trey.
Okay.
_1 selectress.
Lady Trey.
TREY.
Yep. I am now following you.
That's what's up. That's
straight up.
Yeah. Okay, so I will send you this right away. Actually, I'm gonna.
Cool.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh no, my WhatsApp just reloaded, so everything that I had at the top of my page is now somewhere buried under a whole slew of somewhat pointless messages. It's like I've dealt with these already. Go away. Oh man. There we go. Bam. Okay, I'm gonna send you these two. All right. So I appreciate love everyone who's come out. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the energy.
This was lovely.
Thank you for doing what you believe in and believing in yourselves. It makes my job easier because you can't convince someone to believe in themselves if they don't want to.
That's true.
So it's been a great day.
Yes.
And Liquid Fire Radio, gotta shout them out because they syndicate this. It's gonna be a special edition episode, so hopefully they're probably gonna have to move us ahead 1 hour so this whole thing can play out. But yeah, man, check out indie-rocks.ca, Christy Hills, and yeah. For those who have come through, I mean, we had Cotrizi, we had Lonzy G, we had
Mindbender,
DeWitt Lee, we had
T Fanny,
we had who else? I said Cotrizi already.
Marcus Black.
Yeah, Marcus Black, and oh my gosh, there was a few other notable mentions that didn't get to show in, but shout outs to Ira and Bonnie, Lushy, you know what I mean, for just contributing that energy. And
Odessa couldn't come because she was in the studio, and
okay,
but it's all good.
We'll set that up for another time. So Anto,
so you can use this email for any future lives.
Okay,
you can use this email that you have. Keep it on.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Bless.
Bless. Okay. All right. So nice meeting you, everybody.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you too. Thanks a lot.
You too.
Take care, ladies.
I will.
All right.
Salut.
Bless up.
Bless up.